You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
You don't need Netflix. Man, my niece been killing that. She be killing it.
I love that song. I love it.
Shout out to my niece, Thailand Music. Y'all better look her up. Look her up. But what's up, Charlie Boo?
Girl, what ain't up today?
Well, you know, we was over here hunkering down in the basement with the radio and, you know, what bottled water,
bitch,
trying to hide from the tornadoes.
My precious.
I was like, girl, I was out there about that. You heard me when I said on the video, I said I thought y'all was gonna see me spinning around like Dorothy. Shoot.
Girl, you had me laughing so hard with that one.
Because man, tornadoes it's a lot of people. I was watching the news afterwards, and it was just so sad. This one guy, him and his wife just built their dream home, and his daughter was at the high school. And remember, I said they shut the school or they locked the schools down. And so he said my daughter's at the high school, and it was just me and my wife at the house. And he said I cried. He said I cried. I thought we were gonna die. And he was, I mean, like, this is a big old husky man, too. He's like, all I could do was cry and hold my wife. And she was praying, I was crying. I was like, man, he was like, he said, I had served 12 years in the Army, been to Iraq several times. And they said, well, what was so different about this being in a tornado? He said, over there, you're in the barracks with all your guys, all your buddies, all your friends. And you got guns, you got armor, you got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said over here it's nothing. It's just Mother Nature. Yeah, it's just Mother Nature. He said you ain't got nothing to protect you.
Hey, Choreo.
Come on in, Cam. He hear me, so he don't want to set the alarm off. He always do that when he hear me live. He just stand at the door. What's up, Cam?
What's up, man?
You not going to join us, Choreo?
He was at his friend's house during the whole time was a tornado, and he probably wasn't even afraid. While I'm over here scared, wondering if they okay. What's up, Choreo? How you doing? What's up, love?
Yeah, we done seen this.
Hey, YouTube nephew.
What's up with y'all?
Oh, we just discussing a few things. But anyway, welcome home, sir. Yeah, so the tornado is gone. A lot of damage was done, but you know, the governor, they gonna do their part, make sure, you know, everybody get taken care of and whatnot. But I was laying down in my bed and I'm like, okay, it's all calm and silent, you know, before and after the storm. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ain't nothing going down on YouTube. And something just told me go to Pizza's channel. I'm like, I wonder what Pizza they're talking about tonight. Man, it was going down. It was another storm brewing. I was like, what the hell is going on? They had Miss Queen Diva up there. They had Tiva up there. They had just Krista. And Brie was like, well, y'all just call her BBW because y'all keep fucking her name up. Y'all calling her Krista, Christy, Christina. Oh. I know she used to go by BBW, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Way back in the gap. But now she goes by just Krista. But I had heard something the other day. Just Krista, she had did a live, or TC did a live, and it had something to do with TC felt. I mean, not TC, but just Krista felt like uh I don't know, Miss Tiva was overstepping her boundaries or something.
See, what had happened was,
Please go ahead.
um,
T. Evans, how you doing? And y'all can hit the link if anybody wants to hit the link and fill in some gaps. Feel free. But I did watch several videos, so I pretty much understand what's going on. But go ahead, Charlie.
what I had gathered from it was that a couple of it was maybe 2 weeks ago, Miss T Velocity had a live, right? And had TC up there. And they were talking about some stuff and whatnot. And just Krista felt that TC shouldn't have been up there when, her and her don't like each other kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like she was dragging just Krista, right? And that's the way she felt that TC shouldn't have been up there discussing anything for that matter. And then they had a live, just Krista and TC. And TC said, "Don't mention me, I won't mention you," basically. Stay off your panels, we'll stay away from each other pretty much. And then I guess something else was said and people were talking about it and they acted like it happened just recently. Like, but it really happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that. I remember that when it happened 2 weeks ago. I remember. See, I don't remember now. My memory could be a little fuzzy, but who is this calling me? Let me turn my phone off. But turn my ringer off. But I don't remember Tiva dragging. I do remember Tiva saying something like, I can't remember the exact words. I hope Miss Tiva's around so maybe she can fill in some blanks too if she wanted to hit the link. But they probably drained her ass earlier over there. But I thought it was something like she don't understand how she could be with somebody like that. I think I remember hearing something like that from Miss Tiva. Correct me if I'm wrong. But and I guess that kind of pissed off just Krista as well. And I guess she thinks that Miss Tiva, I don't know why people keep thinking Miss Tiva is a lesbian.
Miss Tiva married.
Yeah, and everybody thinks that she's a lesbian. And I'm trying to put the pieces together. And I'm like, are they thinking that because she's friends with TC and they met up in person? Like you can't be straight with a lesbian friend?
I have many lesbian friends and I'm straight.
Yes, I have lesbian homegirls. Oh my God. I have lesbian homegirls that I grew up with, threw up with, party with, fought with. I mean, all kind of shit, did dirt with. And that's just my homegirl. But people is calling her all kind of names. And I don't, that part I don't understand. Unless, I mean, old girl did say if they don't knock it off, she's gonna show something. Or she was like threatening her, basically, don't have me pull out some receipts or some shit like that. And everybody's like, what is she talking about? What is BBW talking about? What does she got?
She was insinuating that Miss T Velocity either in the past or with her husband was like a swinger or something. I was like, what?
I heard that, and I'm like, Miss Tiva, I can't even picture Miss T Velocity being a swinger. I mean, I can't even picture it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it now. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. Hell, if the celebrities can do it, if that's your thing,
as the old saying goes, to each their own. If do you boo boo, but I don't think it's true because Miss Tiva that's one of the hot points that really I think made her really angry to jump up because Miss Tiva usually lets people talk about her and she don't usually say nothing back. She don't even try to involve herself in the beefs most of the time. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh snap, Miss Tiva going off. Now to see her sister Queen Diva going off, let me see her go off. She ready. You know what I'm saying? She stay ready. But Miss Tiva don't really get into them beefs like that. And so I was like,
right. And sometimes she's like, okay, sometimes like a lot of us are like that. Sometimes you will hear people say stuff about us and we'd be like, we pay them dust. And then sometimes you be like, oh, I gotta say a little something, something. So Miss Tiva is that type of person where most of the time she do pay people dust because she's like, you know how Miss Tiva is. Unless you way up here, unless you way up on my level, I ain't thinking about shit, right? And that's how she usually is. But sometimes she do come off the porch and she was saying the other day that she always says, I don't know how to drag, I don't know how to read, I don't know how none of this. And people be like, yes, you do, Tiva. Yes, you know how to read, girl. You be reading down. And she was like, I didn't even realize I'd be reading. And somebody said, telling the truth is a read.
Yep, she was reading today and didn't even realize. I was like, "Go ahead, Miss Tiva."
I was enjoying it because I love me some Miss Tiva. But when she starts to read and stuff and she starts to put people in check, because she has this, I don't know, she has this thing about herself where she don't go way too far, but just go enough, but you feel that sting. You know what I mean? Like she don't gotta act all stupid crazy like a lot of people be doing on here.
She also got that authority voice too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like she makes me feel like my auntie's getting on to me, and I need to go hide in the corner.
Yep, that's it. Like one of your aunties is don't have me come down. Okay, auntie. Okay. And you know the aunties, they real cool, right? They kind of like a grandma kind of, right? They're usually not as strict on you as your parent. You be like, I'm gonna go to my auntie house, you know, stuff like that, but don't get them fucked up.
No, they'll still get your butt. Put you in that corner. Man, you don't want to mess with the auntie because see, they let you get away with stuff, but if you mess it up, they'll snitch on
you. Exactly. Because my auntie, I got away with a lot of shit with my auntie, but there was a few times when she said, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go to your mama about this one. I'd be like, no, but yeah, I love me some Miss Tiva. So the thing is, with this situation that's going on, Tiva kept asking her, what have I done to you? Like, what have I done? She's like, you've been up here 3 hours. What have I done to you? And I'm sitting there waiting. Did you ever get like
she never answered that question really. The only thing that she kept saying about Miss Tiva was that she was too involved and too like into their relationship, and I'm like, I mean, if she feels like you're not a good person for her friend, like let's say roles reversed, somebody got with the hood table, and I didn't think they was good people, right? Then I might not like the fact of that relationship. Now I might keep it to myself, or I might tell her if I see some red flags. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that kind of situation where Miss Eva's like, I don't know if this is a good thing, you know. Maybe you should think about it.
Was, you know what, you onto something right there. But then I heard ODS, and ODS said something. I don't know what it was, but something was wrong with the sound around that time. I don't know if it was his or somebody else echoing or whatever, but I could have sworn he said, are you sure she said that about you because of maybe your presence on here or your behavior or mannerisms on here? Maybe it really didn't have anything to do with y'all two per se. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people think that just Krista just be out here wilding out, like picking fights. Like it's been said, their words, not mine. I even heard who was that? Was it Honest Rowe? Honest Rowe. He said tonight, he said she's a firecracker. He called her something. Do you remember what Honest Rowe called her?
I do not remember what Honest Rowe called her.
But basically, like, I don't know, like 0 to 100. He called her something. I can't remember the name, but I know what he was meaning. And he was like, boy, because that Bree was like, now who do you think got the most going on? Do you think it's TC? Do you think it's Tiva? Do you think it's, you know?
Now, I've been knowing TC for a long time because if you remember way back in the day, she was in TSCC.
Yep.
And I've like, she's always been more of a private person on things. Like she'll talk about her HBCI, you know,
Yeah, all
historical
those
black
Asian community
college.
colleges.
Yeah, she be talking about that all the time, but I've never known her to be on Front Street with drama too much. But I wouldn't put it past that, she's trying to like smooth over things with both, if that makes sense. And maybe saying stuff to one and saying stuff to the other, and it kind of fueled a fire instead of putting it out, maybe. Or it could be that it could be that just Krista is jealous of her friendship with Miss Tiva. That could be a
That's what
thing.
some people were saying. Yeah, that's what some people were saying.
I mean, there's a list of things that you could go down of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could say that Miss Tiva was worried about her friend and trying to warn her about her because of things she had seen or heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing devil's advocate here, trying to, name all the
Mhm.
things that it could be to start this kind of beef.
Yeah, Tiva did say something about her being insecure, and that's the thing. I was waiting on when Tiva kept saying, "What is it that I have done? What did I say? Please tell these people what I said." And she kept saying, "You just keep sticking your nose in. You just trying to be in our relationship. You're just trying to." She never said what exactly, and I'm waiting for shit like, did you told her to leave me, or you told her I can do better by myself, or you told her, I'm waiting on some shit like that, like
I
like
was
it
waiting
gotta
on it
be
too.
something serious that Tiva did to make you feel like she's trying to have a threesome with y'all, like she's trying to be in the relationship, or I don't know, the side chick or something like that. Even though still I don't believe that Miss Tiva is a lesbian.
And I don't think that, she's into women at all. And if she was, it probably wouldn't be TC. Even though TC's an amazing human, I still don't think it would be if she was going to go that way. But I don't even think she would. I think it was more with her and TC was more of like a business relationship. They talked about, things on the side of HBICs,
Right.
all that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And Miss Tiva had talked about different things that she had helped her with or assisted her with, and they met up and they had a great time and what. But I also heard Miss Tiva say, and we was teasing her about that on our panel the other day. I was like, man, Miss Tiva, you seem like really, really cool. Like I would love. I'm not saying I want to meet up with you. I didn't say it that way, but I was like, I believe if I did meet up with you, we would have a blast. And I said, but I know you said after meeting TC, you ain't trying to meet nobody else off of YouTube. And now I see why. Because for one, I didn't even know they were in a relationship. I don't know that much about TC.
Well,
I really don't. I
TC's
didn't know
supposed
that
to
much
be
about just
married.
Krista. Right. And I didn't know that much about just Krista either. So to hear that they've been dating since September and not a lot of people knew, but now everybody knows.
Well, I kind of knew they had been dating because people had been talking about it on the streets. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, I found out like recently, like over the past few weeks or the past month, but not like it's about to be fucking what, May?
Girl, I've been knowing about it for months.
September, October, November,
I didn't
December,
know you didn't know. I'd have done told you.
April, May. But see, the thing is, I wouldn't know if I don't really be over there in the TC. What's her channel? TCHBCU. I
Yeah,
don't
see,
be over there
she
like
be
that.
going live on Just Krista's channel. That's why she's been in every
And see, I
chat.
wasn't over there on her channel a lot either. I just recently realized that Just Krista was even doing content when she had went in on was it Newbie?
Yeah, I think so.
When she had
I
went
don't
in
watch
on
her like
Newbie.
that.
Exactly. When she went on Newbie and everybody was talking about it. Everybody, was it TMO who brought it
I believe
out?
so.
Was it TMO or somebody else?
I don't
I think it was
remember who.
TMO who was upset that she had went off on Newbie like that. And so that's when I went over there. I said, what the hell happened? What's going on? That's when I realized she makes content.
See, the reason I figured out TC and her was in a relationship was I had seen TC in a bunch of chats promoting Just Krista's channel saying, sub to my girl, my girl. She kept calling her girl. And I seen this everywhere she went. And I was like, yeah, they're in
And
a
see, I wouldn't have
relationship.
took that as being a relationship because I say that shit. Sub to my girl, sub to my bro, sub to my sis, sub to my. I probably would have never took that as they were in a relationship.
Well, it was the fact that she was on her panel all the time. And it was the fact of how they interacted in chats together.
Yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't on her. I wasn't watching her panels like that, so I didn't know. That's why I was like, damn, this shit did this shit just come out of nowhere? Like it sounds like TC really does not want to discuss her relationship
Mm-mm.
online.
She got her to drop down quick.
Yeah, then did you hear TC when she got up there though? She said, "You want to make it content? You want to make it content?" And she was like, and then just Kristen said, "I didn't say I wanted to make it content, but I did say something like it would be good content." I'm like, "What's the difference?"
The thing was, she was up there for 3 hours. And she really, I mean, she said some things, but like, she was just basically down in Miss Tiva the whole time, but she didn't really say nothing against TC too much.
No,
But if
besides when she said, Bree said, "You just said you want to fight the girl."
yeah, I will say this: if that was
Oh,
me,
Bree had me cracking up. She said, "You just said you want to fight the girl."
I think they're still secretly dating.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you why I think
Or
that.
maybe they trying to fix it, mend
Or
it, or
trying to fix it, because why would she wouldn't say anything about TC if you really paid attention to it, right? She really wouldn't answer no questions when people asked stuff like had they met up in person and all that stuff.
and to
And then
find
when
out, they said no. That's what remember?
yeah,
People said
that's
that's why she's mad at her because she met her and she hasn't.
and when TC came up there and got her down so fast, and she still talks to TC like she was talking about, yeah, we were speaking before the live. I'm like, if you're that mad at somebody for a breakup and doing something like that, you still wouldn't be talking to them. You still have feelings.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. It's some feelings there, definitely. And I mean, I definitely know what it feels like to be under the assumption that your partner, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, might be stepping out, but you do got to have solid proof. You do gotta have solid proof. That's why when they was asking on Bree panel, I wonder what it is that Just Krista might have. I was like, oh, Miss Tiva, don't you get me enough. I'm standing in the gap now. I believe you ain't gay. I believe you ain't a lesbian. I believe you didn't want a threesome. I believe you wasn't trying to snatch her away from Just Krista.
But I do believe that Just Krista was in some ways, even if like maybe Miss Tiva did say that, where we were talking about that live where she was talking about, I don't think you need to be with her kind of situation. I still think that that was probably because Krista had been putting off the vibe that she was jealous of her in some ways. And Miss T was like, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, she saw this stuff where it was that, everybody was talking about her when she did that challenge where she was eating on that candy and being
Oh,
real
the
provocative.
sexy lips, the sexy eating challenge, or the
Uh
sexy.
huh.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why, because like if you start to get a reputation on here, depending on how you carry yourself,
True.
and could be the fact that that live happened after the fact of TC had said, "Hey, Krista feels this way, that you're against her or something," and they had that conversation, right? That live happened after that when she finally come out and said that. So it was probably because of that conversation. She probably wasn't feeling no type of way until she got told that. And then she's like, well, why does this woman think I'm against her? Now I'm against her. You know what I'm saying?
But I just hate how everybody's putting that jacket on her. Like even Lovely started going in after a while, and Tiva got up there, and oh golly, then they start going at it.
Why?
Then
That's
Queen
my
Diva,
question.
he done
What
had
happened
Queen
there?
Diva cam up and everything. And then just Lovely didn't cam up. She was like, "You cam up, bitch. If you want to talk to me, you cam up." And then Queen Diva cammed up, and Lovely, I was like, "Lovely." Now you said
Why
you was gonna cam up too.
why is Lovely and her at it in the first place? That's what I couldn't figure out. What did I
I
miss?
don't know. Well, see, remember when Lovely said that Queen she said that Miss Tiva inserted herself into the situation,
Yeah.
and they were saying, "Lovely, you don't even know what you're talking about." Because Lovely said this is a thing. This whole situation is a thing because you inserted yourself. But Tiva and Old Girl had been, I guess, cool. I don't know. Would you call it friends? I don't know. They
I'd
met in
say
person, but
acquaintances.
acquaintances. Okay, acquaintances. So I that was before September, right? So before they started dating. So for her to say something like, "This is just me," and that's what some of them was assuming on the panel too. When she said, "I don't understand how you could be with someone like that, or why you would be with someone like that." I don't necessarily think it has to do with them personally, with Krista personally, because you know how people are on YouTube. Sometimes it's just a character. Like Jay Wilson always says, "I'm just playing a character." But when I'm off of here, this is not me. Now, I truly believe that to be true for a lot of people on here, but the same way with a lot of other people, I believe that they are just as nasty and malicious and vicious in real life, the same way they are on here. And then some people, you just know, they just on here, they just for a check. You know what I'm saying? A click and a view. And then when they get off of here, they back to their 9 to 5, they professional jobs or whatever, you know.
I've seen a lot of people turn that switch on and off.
Yes, yes. So that's what I think when she says something like that. But I think that's what really burns just Krista up was that she said it and people heard it. Like, well, I don't know. Why would you want to be with somebody like child? It could be a many things. But then again, if just Krista feels like something else has been said, maybe she just don't want to say it on here.
That's
Because she
true.
did say there are certain things that I told TC I wouldn't say on here. Like when they asked her, "Have y'all ever met in person?" And she said, "I did tell her I'm not going to say certain things on here." But later on in the show, Miss Tiva came up there and said, "That's why you mad, because you ain't never met her." And I have.
That's the only reason I think that TC may have been even if she did it accidentally, double talking to both parties.
That's what somebody else suggested too, that she's double talking, telling one person one thing, telling the other person something else.
I think that she's trying to make it smooth with both of them, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I know you're worried about me in this relationship. Is probably what she was talking to with Miss T Velocity, but like blah blah blah. But you accidentally said too much, if that makes sense. Vice versa, talking to
It's
Krista,
something.
said too much. Because you can have the best intention and lie and mess up. You get what I'm saying? And cause a problem that you didn't even mean to do. You got to be careful when you play those games when you have two people who may not like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Your best bet is just not speak about the other person when you're talking to them.
It can be kind of hard. Now, see, I have, like I always said on here, I kind of value my real relationships on here the same way, maybe not as much as my personal relationships with my friends or family members because I've been knowing them for years, you know what I'm saying? But there are some people on here that I'm really, really cool with, and I value our relationships. So, just like in real life, if I have two friends that don't get along, one, we used to all hook up, and then they fell out. Oh, well, I've done it before. I don't want to hear shit about that one. I don't want to hear shit about that one. Right?
Yep.
And sometimes you have to do that with relationships too. But see, the thing about it is this is a same sex relationship. Miss Tiva is friends with the HBCU, And just Krista, I believe, really feels like this is more than a friendship, or that's what, you know, she's trying to make it. And when I say she's trying to make it more than just a friendship, I think she believes that about Miss Tiva. I don't understand why though. Miss Tiva that said on here, I don't know how many countless times, I'm not gay, I'm not a lesbian, I ain't never been with a woman, I don't want to be with a woman. So
She's
that's what,
married
like,
with
it gotta be
grandbabies.
something, it gotta be something else is giving her the idea that she's really trying to
I
come in
got it.
between a relationship.
If TC and Miss Tiva are really good friends behind the scenes and they talk a lot, right? Maybe that's where the jealousy started. Instead of her calling Krista, sometimes she's calling Miss Tiva, and that's where the jealousy sparks. Because hey, you're supposed to be talking to me. Hey, blah blah
But
blah.
they can have friends, and that's what I don't understand. Now, okay, Charlie. Now I know in a relationship when there's a guy and a girl, and the guy might have a homegirl, or
Mm-hmm.
the female might have a homeboy. That can cause a problem, especially if the other partner is really insecure. Now, I have saw some relationships where the woman could have a guy friend, and the husband or boyfriend didn't get too upset about it because that guy was gay. So the husband or the guy, the boyfriend's like, I ain't worried about him. He gay. He don't even want my girl. But you know how it is when it's like opposite sex and everybody's straight and they just for some reason they be insecure. And I really hate that because I really hate how people feel. Like I saw this post on internet on Facebook maybe about maybe about a month ago. And they said a woman ain't got no business having a guy friend, period. They was like, whatever she gotta say, wherever she want to hang out, whatever she want to do, she should be able to do that with her man and only her man. And I'm like, it's such a shame
That's
that
BS.
people don't want to allow their partners to have friends
My
because
partner
they just think
can
something is gonna happen.
my partner can be friends with anybody. That jealousy is bullshit.
It really is. I had some guy that I was with, and we was talking about we was together for a minute. We was even talking about getting married and all that kind of shit. But then he was like, you know what? You gotta like because I had like these grown folks groups, right? Like what do you call those type of groups where there's a lot of people you get together every time? Like some like a social group.
Yeah.
And we
Like
would get together, we would have parties like Christmas parties, Halloween parties, we would have barbecues, we would go bowling, we would, just all type of shit, right? Play cards, spades, I mean just whatever, right? And sometimes we would do it at different people's houses that was in the group, right? And so he was in the group. And we started he talking about you can't be having all them male friends though. Like, I don't want you to have all the male friends anymore. And
I
I'm
think
like,
that's
are you
wrong.
serious? Like these guys that I've been knowing in my social group, I've been knowing them for years. And you try to tell me I can't have no guy friends? He even tried to tell me to delete their numbers out of my phone.
I'd have been, I'm gonna delete your number.
I was like, you a motherfucking child. That relationship ended so quick. All my friends, my cousins, my sisters, what happened? Why y'all ain't together no more? I don't even want to talk about it. What'd he do? I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it. I told him later though, but I was just so pissed. I was like, I can't stand that shit. I can't stand somebody who's very insecure.
Insecure. Yeah. I know my partner ain't going anywhere, so I ain't got nothing to worry about because he ain't gonna find nothing better than me, so I ain't worried. He can go have all the friends he wants. Not to mention he tells me fucking everything. So what do I have to be afraid of? A
And you know
girl hit
what?
on him. A girl hit on him a while back. He told me straight about first thing he did as soon as it happened. He said I turned her down nicely, and then he come told me.
And you know what? Now, if somebody is giving you a reason to be insecure, that's a totally different thing. Like sometimes, I'm not saying this is the situation with these three. Sometimes people will try to use someone to make somebody else jelly.
That is very true. I've seen it happen.
That other person would have never had no doubts of even interfering with their relationship, trying to be with the person, it's platonic. But then that person who has this insecure mate might use that other person to make them even more insecure. And it does happen. I'm not saying this is the situation, but like everybody kept saying, it got to be something else. This is like, this got blown up so big and it's on YouTube. It's blown up so big, it's on YouTube. So y'all talking about it on YouTube.
Yeah, this, in my opinion, blowed up way out of proportion.
That's what they were saying about Jess Krista. They said Jess Krista is just dragging it. That's what they were saying. She's blowing it way out of proportion. She's dragging it out. And I was like, well, I still can't see Tiva trying to, get with no female or nothing like that, because I don't think Tiva's gay. I mean, maybe they think because maybe her features, they might think that she has strong features or something. Maybe that's why they think she's gay. I don't know. I don't know, but Miss Tiva did tell her she better stop defaming her name too.
Oh yeah, I caught that one.
Because Miss Tiva Velocity is a LLC.
Yeah, and Krista did not understand what the hell she meant, but I was like, I understood what that meant. That means she gonna get the losses.
Yes. Yes, because she said, you defaming me too. And Miss Tiva probably was like, how am I defaming you? You're the one up here calling me a million names.
Yeah, she tried to act like it was a threat of violence. I'm like, Miss Tiva didn't threaten you with violence, but she did threaten to probably take a lawsuit out on your ass.
And we saw what the defamation cases can do, right? We did see that, right?
She was basically
just recently.
Well, it's something you have to do in order to file those cases. You have to tell the person to leave you alone.
And that's exactly what she was doing. Yep.
Yeah. And you tell them, hey, if you don't, I will take legal action, which is what she basically said.
Yep. And I was watching, I was listening. I said, you go ahead, Miss Tiva, because she was putting it on Front Street. We is on a video. It's 800 something people watching, and they are hearing me tell you to leave me alone and quit defaming my name, because Miss Tiva Velocity is a LLC. She said, I'm not going to ask you again. Stop defaming my character.
She was basically giving her a warning. Hey, leave me alone. Or, we're going to have to take this to court. And Krista better redneck recognize.
See, people don't think that defamation stuff is, we have seen quite a few court cases from celebrities on down, right?
Oh, yeah.
Defamation cases
look what Cardi and Tasha K, that's one of the biggest ones that hit the YouTube streets.
Exactly. And VS's might be on a smaller scale than the Cardi B and the Tasha K's, but she still won.
Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even, girl, okay. That girl who should not be named totally was putting her lawyer's information up on YouTube community guide, on the community tab.
Hold on. What had happened?
She was talking about how her lawyer started her own business, basically started her own law firm. I'm like, I wouldn't be bragging about a lawyer who lost.
You mean after the case was over and she lost, she's putting her lawyer's information on the community wall?
And she knows that the beef sector watches her, even if a lot of the beef sector is stepped away from her because she's in a whole new sector, starting stuff with other people, right?
Oh yeah, I've been getting not feedback, but I've been hearing a lot of shit about a lot of people who cannot stand her ass about all this new shit she's over there doing. Yep.
But you don't put out that information because now people will call and harass that person, and that person doesn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna call her business, give bad ratings. I'm like, you realize you just put her on Front Street. And for people who don't like you, is going to do stuff to this woman who doesn't deserve it, because you know how the beef sector gives and how these other sectors give. They just as bad.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Some people don't learn, Charlie. Some people don't learn. Like one thing I had heard about her, uh, she does commentary on what seems like the only storyline out there. She does one storyline, right? Mostly, and we know that's on Marcus, the interviewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that she's giving commentary or her opinions. She's really like bullying this man
And one of the victims.
and the victims. She's
Mm-hmm.
bullying, and it's like, okay, you up here trying to take people to court for harassment and all this other shit, and you up here, you literally harassing this man. It's one thing, okay, like, okay, how many videos did we do on like R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Tasha K? I mean, I can name all kind of celebrities we done did. People in the beef sector. We do commentary, but we don't be on here bullying them.
It's one and done too most of the time.
They just wanted to like she up there. I mean, I'll be watching her. I'll be like, I can't.
I can't do it.
I
Her,
can't.
it's the same. It's like rinse and repeat. If you listen enough, it's the same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, did you not learn anything from your past mistakes? Like,
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm like, okay, if this guy is over there doing so much harm to people, you bullying him and he ain't, is he in jail? I mean, did he get arrested? I'm like, you harassing him more than the police. Now, I'm not saying he might not have done some things that might be, what do you call, immoral or things like that. Like some people think he is just the worst thing walking the earth, right? Because he be having sex or they think he takes advantage of people who are homeless and woo 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 woo. And I still say it takes two to tango. It still takes two to tango, and as long as it takes two to tango, you can't be bullying this man. I can understand doing commentary, but you can't be bullying this man because that's going to get you another lawsuit.
she's also messing with people that got money.
Right. And she's bullying and harassing the damn victims. Like, how you, what minute you talking about he victimizing people, and then
But
you up here doing the same shit, just behind the computer.
trying to act like you're innocent too. That's the part that gets me. When you know you ain't innocent, at least admit it. Say, hey, I'm just doing this for the clicks and views.
And that's why she's doing it. I mean, a lot of us are on here for the clicks and views, but there are certain depths that some of us won't go.
I won't go that far. Try
Right.
me. I'm just going to ignore the crap at you, and I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? I've had a couple of them and there was one of them for no apparent reason, literally did nothing too, who was literally trying to harass the shit out of me. Had so much stuff on their community wall, and you know what I did? I ignored the shit out of it. They even posted comments under my videos and stuff like that. That person did. Which we ended up doing a ceasefire. If I left her alone, she leave me alone kind of situation. But technically, I didn't do nothing to her in the first place. I'm like, I didn't even do nothing to you in the first place.
But see, the thing about it is, when we do commentary on people on here, it can backfire on you. We could be doing commentary on here and just talking about some shit that we seen and talk about some shit that we heard, and somebody could still hear it. Yeah, I didn't have people do it before. I had a hood table that bitch.
That I would understand.
Fuck that bitch. I'm like, damn. Well, you put the shit out here. I mean, we all know how it goes. You put the shit out here, we gonna talk about it. But some people, when they doing their commentary, they're kind of attacking people at the same time.
There's a
Like,
difference.
it's one thing to do commentary on, I don't know, I'm just gonna name the big dogs, like Bree, like Sean, like Phi, like Jay, like, you know, it's one thing to do commentary, and it's another thing to be attacking people.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really enjoy about your platform is like we have conversations about things that we see and hear on here, and we might be a little bit messy, but never in
That's
an
right.
attacking
It is the
manner.
beast maker, and it's the hood table, so we might be a little messy. Yeah, absolutely.
but never in an attacking manner. You know what
Or
I'm
to be
saying?
malicious, or
Yeah. None of that stuff. We having fun and laughing, kiki, and haha. It's never like even like I was playing devil advocate a while ago. I said the three different things. It was nothing bad against Miss Tiva. It was nothing bad against TC, and it was nothing bad against just Krista. It was just coming up with possible ideas of what could have led up to that situation.
And it's
And
okay because what were they doing on Pizza's panel?
mm-hmm. Oh,
Trying to
they were
figure, I mean, that's what the
child.
whole
They
thing is about, right? They trying to figure out what the fuck.
that was dragging.
Man, I was like, oh. And then honest was that honest bro who said he never he said he knew that Miss Tiva can go at it, but he said he never like saw her go like.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't never seen her talk like that before. Pretty much. He's like, I ain't never seen her, you know, like that before ever. I didn't know Miss Tiva could drag. I was like, me neither. I ain't never seen her upset and had to go at somebody either. I've always like when I've watched her lives, you know, she's cool, calm, collected. I mean, she'll tell somebody, hey, you're just not welcome over here. You know, if they do something wrong or they do something that's against her platform, but you don't hear her really like she'll kiki and haha, but nothing malicious crazy. You know what I'm saying? She don't really drag like that too much, but occasionally she does. And she don't even realize she's doing it because she is just telling the truth
Yep.
and what she sees and hears, and she don't even realize it. I'm like, you dragging a little bit there. But you,
Child, I just love the way Tiva be reading, drag, whatever hell you want to call it. I like whatever you hell to call it. But I'm hoping that she'll go live. I don't know if she'll talk about it or not, but I'm hoping she will go live because I feel like if we listen to her and she has her own floor, then we gonna get the whole picture. Because when you talking on a panel and somebody else, like Pisa was trying to keep them, okay, you said something, let them say something. It's not your turn. Pisa tried to, keep it like that, but hot heads will prevail. When people get pissed.
I think
Mhm.
the only way Miss Tiva will jump off that porch is if Krista says something about her husband or family. Other than that, I think Miss Tiva's going to pay her dust, build up her case, and do what she's got to do legally. Now, I believe if she touches those hot points, you get what I'm saying? Because like any of us, like if somebody talked about your kids to her dad, you would go like I would see a side you ain't never seen before, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
I believe that's the only way Miss Tiva's gonna jump off that porch. She's gonna ignore and pay her dust because she ain't worth her time and energy. You get what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
if she touches one of them high points, we're gonna see a side of Miss Tiva that we ain't never seen before.
I saw a side of Miss Tiva tonight. I mean, I didn't heard Miss Tiva cuss. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't heard her cuss, but I was
Not
like,
like that.
whoa.
I
And
was
then
like,
Queen Diva, I said, oh shit, they get tag team. You know how your siblings.
it was like tag you in, girl. I was
That remind me of when we was in the
flabbergasted.
streets, boy. When we used to be in the streets, man. My mom, I was the oldest, and I had brothers under me, and she be like, "You get out there, you protect your brothers, and with the world, shit." I was always out there fighting boys right along with them, like blah 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 blah. Sure, and with my sisters and my cousins, yeah. What's that you said?
I
What's
was
that you said?
I was so flabbergasted though to see Miss Tiva jump off the porch, like, cause like I've seen her, tell somebody off a little bit, but not nothing to that extreme, right? I was like, oh my god, Miss Tiva. I was like, oh girl,
Wow.
I knew Miss Diva. I've seen Miss Diva do it before, you
I was
know.
getting my life. I was getting my life over there, boy. But yeah, TC, she seems like she wants to. I'm not saying she wants to be done with the relationship, but she just seems like she wants to be done with the drama.
TC hates drama. I will tell you
Yeah.
that from all the years that I've known about her. We don't have a personal relationship or nothing like that, but knowing about her, been around her, she's always hated the drama. As like every time you turn around, somebody tries to bring TC into some drama, she'll say, "Nah, don't put me in that. Don't put me in that." Like she's always tried to keep it most of her stuff off YouTube. She doesn't really want to be a part of any of the drama, even though she's in the beef sector and is a little messy, does like to talk about it and commentate. She don't really like to be a part of the, like, she don't want to be the one in the commentary, if that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. Yep. I feel you, and I think that's absolutely right too. She wants to comment because I guess she feels like she has to say something publicly because of the fact that just Krista is like taking it there. Like I know, I think TC said something publicly first, but then just Krista, she really, came out here, with the fire for why I keep getting their names mixed up. T Velocity. So now TC is like, okay, you said what you gotta say. I said what I gotta say. Miss Tiva said what she gotta say. Can we just go back to our corners and, put the cap on it? Please. That's how she strikes me. Like, please, can we stop doing this? And thank you, Exit 21B, aka Noble. I did say thank you in the chat, but I just want to make sure you hear it from my mouth. Thank you so much. He said, glad you're okay after all those tornadoes that hit down earlier around us. Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I do appreciate all the concerns and the well wishes and the prayers and all that. I really, really do, because that was scary. And a lot of people are going to wake up tomorrow to no homes. I mean,
Noble got to quit. So sorry. Noble, you got to quit changing your name, bro. Like, the only reason I semi knew it after Hood Table said is I looked at the picture. But
yes, I think he might got like several channels. And sometimes I'll be forgetting. I'm like, I know who it is, but I'll forget like the Noble. I'll forget the name. And I'm like, I know who that is. And then it'll hit me, oh yeah, Noble. I just can't. Sometimes I forget his original name because he be changing his channel name. And then it'll hit me like, oh yeah.
This is the third one that I know of. Maybe the fourth. I think it's 3 so far that I know of. Maybe 4. Oh, but yeah, that went down. I ain't never seen Miss Tiva that, like, you could just hear the inflection in her voice. But I still, like, I'm like you, I want to know what, because this has been going on for a while now, if you listen to the story. This happened before 2 weeks ago, way before then, because they had a conversation before the 2 weeks where TC was trying to mend it between T Velocity and Just Krista. And basically T was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why she's upset with me. You know what I'm saying? And then Krista's got a problem, but not really telling it per se. She needs to tell her truth, like really what's in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
And see, my thing is when she did hit that link and told Miss Tiva that she didn't have a problem with her, I think it was kind of just like, we ain't beefing. I don't have a problem with you. Like, okay, me and my girl or whatever, we got this shit going on right now. But me and you is cool. And some people just feel like, okay, that was too much. And I guess Krista feels the way like that was too much because we trying to work things out. And I obviously got a problem with her. And you gonna jump up on her panel as if like, I don't know if she felt like she wasn't taking her feelings all the way in consideration, even though she's trying to make sure nothing is blown up between her and her friend.
Basically, what I gather is that because Tiva said, the part about, I don't know why you read there, she feels like Tiva was dragging her. And why would, if TC is her partner or trying to be her partner or whatever, why would she be up there at all, even if the subject matter that Tiva and her were speaking on wasn't about Krista? Why would you be on that platform that day while it was about me or my situation? That's what I gathered from what Krista was saying. Why she's upset with TC about that 2 week ago thing, and then she did a live last night talking, and they supposedly squashed it last night. Then it came up again today because she was talking about it in chats, and so Pizza asked about it because she had been hearing about it. So she was like, "I thought it happened today, like
yeah, I heard people say, y'all making it sound like it happened the other day. And Bree was like, no, that was 2 weeks ago. But you know who else was going around saying she's gay?
Who?
Dimples, remember? Dimples has been going around calling her. Now, see, today, when we was watching Pizza's panel, and Just Krista, when she called her a what do they call them? What are they, bull dagger? I don't like using that word, but I'm like, how's a lesbian gonna call another lesbian something like that?
Yeah, I'm like, nah. You see, here's the funny part about those words. In some areas, that word is accepted, right? In other areas, it is not. Like the butch word. In some areas, that's considered a slur. In some areas, they consider that a pride thing. So it just depends on where you're from. Because up north, like in New York, the bulldagger word is accepted, but butch is not. Vice versa, down south, butch is accepted and bulldagger is not. It's weird like that. It's like different areas. I'm like, I don't say either one of them. You know what I'm saying? Some people call themselves studs and stuff like that, and in some places that's accepted, and some other places, believe it or not, that's considered a slur. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't say none of that. I don't pay attention to people enough, and I don't care what they are. If you're happy, you're happy. If you're not, you're not. Do you, boo boo?
I know they did mention something about a 3-way conversation. I guess TC had called Miss Tiva and told her that Just Krista was feeling some type of way. Then Tiva was like, I'll talk to her. And they supposedly had talked about their differences or whatnot. And then it just came back to the forefront. So I don't know if they're, like I said, we don't really know what has going on, because even Miss Tiva was trying to find out, and she's included in the situation, the shit, right? And she still was like, could you please tell the people what I said, what I did? But what I think might be going on, like I said, TC, sometimes people do certain things or act certain ways to make it seem like something is going on. And then did you hear Just Krista when she said, because I guess TC was saying we're going to visit her?
That might be what made Just Krista get jealous and insecure.
She was like, we going to visit who? Who's we? That was funny.
Because she might have been talking about future plans. Because, they have, they talk business and stuff. So she might have been talking about future plans to doing things with Miss Tiva, like maybe lives, maybe something to do with business, or, something like that. And it might have made her feel insecure and jealous that, well, if you're talking about going to visit her and you don't even visit me.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just wait and see. I know Miss Tiva said she really isn't going to talk about it anymore after today. And maybe she won't. But, sometimes she do come live on Saturdays, right? So I want to keep an eye out. I hope she do come live tomorrow, but and I got something to do at 11 o'clock a.m. But I'm gonna have my earphones. I'm gonna have my little earpieces. So wherever I'm at, if I see that thing go off, that notification, I'm gonna stick that thing in my ear, under my hair.
Now I will say this:
feel it real good and be up there, because I gotta hear this. I really want to hear what Miss Tiva has got to say on her own platform.
I do understand Miss Tiva's, what she means by what she says. She's not going to do any lives on it. But because it's a hot point right now, if she was smart as a content creator, and I'm not saying she's not, because she's very brilliant, but use even yourself as a storyline when it's this good, if that makes sense. Because you're going to draw in the numbers. You're going to draw in the things, and I understand why she doesn't want to. I get it, because it is very personal and all that other stuff, but it'd be smart content wise
Child. I know these lights keep flickering over here. I hope they don't go off. But
I'm gonna knock
anyway,
on some wood.
I'm knocking right now. Knock. But anyway, so okay, so we really don't know what really triggered just Krista right now, and I don't think we will find out until either
Mad day.
child. I'm hoping it ain't no mad day because I hope nobody don't come out here dropping no receipts and none of that shit. Even though we all know that receipts make good content out here, but you know when it comes to people relationships, like I used to always say, when it comes to even with okay, we know that shit was some fuck shit with Tracy and Ra, you know, even though that's what some fuck shit going on, right? But still, like when you have relationships on here, like a real relationship, I don't think I would ever let nobody know. I mean, everybody can't be like sassy and talent. Like everybody can't have no relationship and then people know about it. And if they just keep it all private, they keep it, you know, we don't know if they getting along, if they not getting along. We don't know shit. Even when they broke up, everybody like, no,
They
because they feel
still
like they had the perfect thing, right?
they still kept it private though, even though people
Yes.
knew about them. You
Yep.
know? So
Yep.
even if you know about somebody's situation, like you know they're together, they didn't like do videos like that. They didn't do, you know, meetups online like with Tracy's situation. It was splayed all over the internet for everybody to know about it. Like every little thing that happened between them, every fight they had, whether it be Noble and her, everybody knew about it because she brought it to the forefront. If you
Yep.
have a relationship, you got to keep your relationship private, even your fight.
Exactly. Exactly. People even tell you in real life to keep your relationship private. I mean, of course, like they were saying on a Pieces panel that you know sometimes when you have friends and if you having a situation with your mate or your boyfriend or whatever, it's not like weird or strange for people to reach out to their friend. Man, sus, do you want to go have a drink? I really need to talk to somebody right now. I really need somebody to walk me away from the edge. You know, so that's not uncommon. People do that shit all the time, but there are certain things that you really need to not divulge or reveal to everybody because then you get into one of those situations where it's like everything people hear about your damn relationship is negative and they either don't want to hear it no more or they'll get to the point where you like it, you love it, or they'll throw the shit in your face.
Or your friend starts to hate your partner and has an
Exactly.
animosity towards them, and then the friend, your partner picks up on it and then doesn't like that friend anymore. Which is one of my
Yep.
suggestions about this situation.
Yep.
Um, with
Yep.
just Chris and them is that it could be why Miss T Velocity doesn't like her because of things she's heard and maybe got told or you know something, and you know maybe that's why she picked up on that, or maybe that Miss T Velocity has a very strong personality.
Right, that's true too, Heavy Bear. Heavy Bear, what's up? Heavy Bear said it's too many so-called couples who are using their relationship issues for content. Yes, too many. Too many. Like, and I'm not saying just Krista planned to use her relationship for content, but we did hear TC say tonight that you said this would make great content, or you said you was gonna use this for content. And I think Miss Just Krista said, I didn't say I was gonna use it for content, I just said it makes good content. Like you know, that's a mattress, you know. But hey, I'm glad she did finally explain what the fuck cabbage meant.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? Why are you calling somebody cabbage? I
Well,
don't
she
get
been
it.
calling her cabbage for I don't know how long. I've been like, what the? Why she keep calling this lady cabbage? And she finally explained it today on Pieces panel. I was like, what?
I ain't never heard of calling somebody cabbage before.
I ain't never either. I ain't never. Even my southern folks, my family members down south, and it's a lot of them. I ain't never heard nobody call nobody no cabbage.
I ain't
I'm,
never called
we
nobody
keep talking
that.
about
I ain't
cabbage
never heard.
patch. Girl, I thought she was talking about cabbage patch kids. I'm telling the truth. I'm like, why she keep calling her cabbage? And now I'm looking at her like she don't look like a cabbage patch kid. Child. I don't know, but yeah, I definitely want. Child, I don't know. I don't think I would ever date anybody on YouTube, on the internet at all because it just keep happening over and over and over. Where we end up seeing like people fall apart online. Then it becomes content. And I know people don't really want people to talk about their content, even if they do put it out here, because the narratives will spin. They always do, right?
Oh yeah, over there in the Mo 3 sector, they got that situation. That's why VS was doing that. They reached out to her to do an interview on Queen 88 Baby Daddy. That whole thing's been going down. And then Ratchet's girlfriend came out and said he was an abuser. So there's a lot going on over there too about relationships right now. The girl that came up on VS's panel that kept saying in the chat for the Brandon dude, give me back my car. That's another one of his baby mamas. He finally admitted it. She really was a baby mama.
Wait
So
a minute. VS interviewed who? Did I miss a video?
yes, you did, girl. She interviewed his name's Brandon, the captain. That's Queen 88's baby daddy. He got a channel now.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How many
And
kids they got together? Because she got a lot, right?
they
Like,
got one together.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, how many
You know,
kids she got?
I think 8.
Eight. Okay. I said 10. Yeah, probably 8.
But and then his other baby mama came out and said that he had wrecked her car or messed it up. It wasn't gonna get it fixed, and she's a mama to his twins. He got like 10 kids. Um, it's a whole mess, girl. And then Ratchet TV, he's another big person over in the Mo 3 sector. His girlfriend came out. She left him and said he was abusive and all kind of stuff. Girl, it's just been relationships all over the place going crazy.
Boy. See, that's too much content. You can't pass it up though. When you hear shit, it's content. That's what the whole any sector is about, right? Content.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we on here doing makeup or some bullshit like that. From the mommy sector to the me sector. It's
White
about
trash sector, the trailer park. I mean, there's so many sectors.
Is there a trailer park sector for real?
For real, there is. There's a white trash sector. There's a trucker sector. There's a commentary. Then you got the there's so many, like it's crazy. I will tell you this: Queen 88's regular channel, somehow she only has like 47 subscribers on it, and she had like 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6K, and she's not monetized anymore.
So what happened? Did she start? Is this a brand new channel?
I don't. It looks like her old channel when you look it up, but how did it go from like 4 or 5K to down to that? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what happened. I was like, I hadn't been paying attention over there, right? I'd gotten sick. That's why you didn't see me neither, right? I hadn't been online much. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh my God. What happened to her channel?
I know what video you talking about now. VS did that like a week ago, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I saw that, but I don't know who. Like sometimes them people, I don't be knowing their storylines or their background and stuff like that. So some of them I don't watch, so I probably missed that one because I know I was like, but see the funny thing about
you
it
went into the chat and said hey to everybody and then left.
Because let me tell you something, even if I don't stay for somebody's whole video, if I'm there and I hear you go live, I will come in and say, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? I'll give you a click, view, share, all that shit, even if I can't stay the whole time. So, yeah, that's something that I do. And I hear people talk about stuff like that a lot. Some people, they come in my shit and they'll just give me a click and a view and a like, and they got something else to do. They run on about their business. But, hey, support is support, right? But one thing, I was gonna say one thing else. Then I'm gonna let you go. But that guy, what's his name? The captain, right?
Yeah, Brandon.
Okay, so I was like on YouTube, and you know how you just on your homepage and all these videos go down, and some of them be recommendations. And I saw his page, but didn't think nothing about it because I don't know him. But that little boy that he got on that video, the 3 hour, 40-minute video, I don't know if that's their kid. I don't know if that's him when he was a little kid or whatever. But that cute little boy picture, I'm looking at it right now because I typed in Queen 88 and that came up. I saw that. I saw that video in my recommendations and just went right over it. Not even thinking that has something to do with Queen 88. Not thinking that that's to do with VS interview. You know how you just see videos? But now that I'm going back and typing in her name and that video popped up, I'm like, yeah, I recall seeing that video about a week ago. And it said it streamed 8 days ago.
Yep.
Oh yeah, a lot of times we get their recommendations, and it's because they be over here fucking with us. Yeah.
There's a lot that's been going on YouTube. In fact, VS has been over there with Shmar. You know Shmar. You see him in VS's chat. Shmar Slayage. He
I don't really
GG.
know him. Yeah, I don't really know him, but
he's over there. He's a part of a different sector that is different folks, and some people call him the mental health sector. I don't know. I don't really know what their sector name is really, but he has a channel. He calls it the Safe Haven, and they've been doing town meetings over there where VS is getting the rundown of who everybody is and all that stuff. They got drama too, because I've watched a lot of his videos, and they did a whole funeral repast for this one girl, and it was hilarious. The funniest thing I've ever seen. That was my first video of his I watched. One of my first lives I went into his. It was hilarious. They were singing hymnals and everything. It was awesome. They made little skits and videos. It was awesome.
mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah, I don't really know too much. I heard his name before, but yeah, I don't really know too much. I really don't be over there. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't be trying to follow their storylines. Sometimes some of them jump down in my chat and I be like, hey, what's up? But I don't have those. I know some people like, yeah, it's okay over there. Some of them is okay over there, and some of them is real interesting. I just feel like so lost in the sauce the few times that I have tried to go over there and maneuver around the different platforms. And I just felt so lost in it. And I hate sitting there listening to people talk. And it's like everything is over my fucking head. You know?
That's the way I felt when I first went into the Mo3 sector. And then as time went on, because I got to know everybody, know who the players were, knew who the beef was against who and why it happened, like listening to, them give history lessons and stuff on them. I learned, you know what I'm saying? And as time went on, like I go over there, I go to the black sector, I go over there, hang out with Buddy Lee occasionally.
Yeah, I don't have that much time on my hands. Between work and jobs and hustles and side jobs and then trying to run my own channel and my website, and I don't have enough time to. I don't have enough time. I'm gonna just be honest. I can barely I be trying to do. I'm good if I do a show every other day over here, every other day, but I'm just like it's just not interesting to me. I tried it. I ain't gonna lie. I was over there for a while. I was like, it's just.
No, I'm gonna say that's a cup of tea that I'm gonna say this. It's more ratchet than the beef sector because they really be pulling.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like and we don't really be pulling up.
A lot of it is plays too. That's another reason why I'm like, first of all, I don't really know shit from the jump. And then it's like everything's going on my head. And then the shit that I do be seeing and hearing, like, come on now. It's quite obviously. I even heard they run plays over there. Oh, but yeah. It's obvious that they be running plays over there. And I'm like, I ain't got time for it. I don't.
I watch here and there because I get sometimes where if I miss like, it's just like the beef sector. If you miss 3 or 4 days, you done miss like 2 years worth of content.
Yep.
I'll be coming back and go, what the hell just happened?
Especially
I was only gone for a week.
Especially if everybody videos is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 hours. And you got to try to catch up.
And then some of them, because they learned it from VS. Some of them are putting their stuff on membership
Donation
only,
on
and
private. Yep.
and I ain't going back and paying for those memberships to watch that
And
shit
that's the
neither.
thing too. I'm not paying for it. It's the thing about it is the ones that I do pay membership for, I truly 100% support. They can make a video about the moon is yellow tonight. I'm like, those are people I really support. So I'm not gonna pay for your membership just to watch some videos that you put on member. If I don't really, really support you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially when most of it you can either hear recaps from somebody else
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
it's just straight up all dramatization, made up plays.
Exactly. So the people that I do pay membership for, those are the ones that I really see. Like, if you go live every day, several times a day, I'm there. I'm in your chat. Now, there's a lot of people I do support that I don't pay a membership for. It don't mean that, you know, I
What
don't really
that shit adds up.
heavy, but the shit adds up. I mean, that's the thing about it. The shit adds up. And there are a lot of people on here that I really, really like. But I ain't got some people $2.99, some people $8, some people 10, some people 6, some people 5. Shit, then they want to cash app, super chat, super chat. Like, child,
We got bills.
I got, can you pay my bills?
Pay my
Child,
telephone bill. I don't
child.
think you do.
So
So you and me are through. I love that song.
yes, that's my shit. But yeah, I'm sorry, I can't afford to pay everybody's memberships. And I understand. I even have a members, and I got some members. I appreciate the ones I do have. I don't got like 2, 3, 4, 500 like a lot of these people do, but I appreciate my members.
Shoot, there's some months that my membership be like going out, and I have to wait till I get some more money to re up it. Uh,
Girl, when I find out my membership ain't there no more, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck didn't happen? Let me put a little money on that little cash app, or put a little money so I can
mine's through my cash out too.
because I hate that when I see my membership, and it ain't too often because I usually make sure I got enough on there for my members. But that is a bill that you sometimes don't think about. Even
Yup.
if it is real low, you don't think about that shit every month when you add up all your bills. So yeah, it's been a few times where I'm like, oh, it said like your membership with the WGQs or something like that. And I'm like, oh hell no, let me go over here and get my little debit card out. Like I gotta support my girl. Gotta support my girl.
Most of mine are most of my when I the only membership I have that I pay for, and it's not even me paying for it, is VS. But it's also because some of our people donate to me,
Right,
and that's how I'm able to afford it.
right.
I leave that donation they give me on that card until it uses up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
That
when it
really,
goes out, I get slack sometimes, and I'll be out of membership for about a month.
it really helps. And that's why I totally appreciate like I said before, I don't get a lot of donations like a lot of bigger, content creators over here. But when I do get something, when I look or hear that little cash app go, make that little noise or I get the notification, I'm like, oh shit, somebody thought something of me to send me a little something. I be like, oh, I'm feeling all special. So I know how it feels to have somebody donate to you, but sometimes it just feels like people just, I don't know, they just expect it. They're supposed to get it. You know what I mean?
I don't think
Like
that
when they say I don't hear that cash app or I don't hear that, I don't hear like these are donations.
that's
People
something that
they don't have to give us their hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I'll
don't.
put my cash out there, like it's in my name because VS told me to do that as a mod. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go around asking for nothing because the way I feel is people work hard for their money. They got bills to pay. They got lives themselves. And if they feel like blessing me, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. But you don't have to.
Exactly. And I told people, I said this a long time ago. I said anybody who hits my panel, I don't care if you got your cash as your name. Because I know some people do it Because if you have a platform and you automatically always have it in your name, and then somebody be like, hit the panel, then you hit the panel, and your name is automatically your Cash App. Some people are like, oh shit, remember back in the day, people like, I know you ain't got your Cash App on your name and you on my panel.
Yahya almost got me blocked from Miss Ronnie IQ's channel because of that. And ODS, but then ODS was like, no, it's always been in Charlie's name. She's had it in there forever. It's no big deal. Like, I don't go around, and then I did get timed out in Shamar's because of my Cash App at my name, and he was like, no, Charlie's cool. She didn't drop her Cash App. It's in her name. I'm like, yeah, it's totally my name. I'm not intending to disrespect anybody, and I apologize to Miss Ronnie if she felt like I disrespected her in any way.
But see, my thing is, excuse me, and we all have panels from time to time. The only time I usually don't have panels is when I'm doing my TV show reviews. I'll do them usually 99.9% by myself. And then sometimes if it's like a real good show, like the last episode of BMF, somebody was like, oh, I want to review that with you. Okay. But yeah, 99% of the time I do my reviews all by myself. And so I feel like this, if you're having a panel, especially if you invite somebody, or if they on your panel for hours, like what's wrong with them having their Cash App in their name? Like they are helping you get content. So, and then a lot of people on here, they can't even come on here by themselves. They have to have somebody on here. Some people never go live by themselves. They can't hold a panel. And then want to get mad if somebody jump up there with their damn Cash App in their name. Like they there for 2, 3, 4 hours on your shit. If somebody wants to donate to them, let them donate. I don't see what the big issue is. So I always said, I started that a long time ago. I said, anybody hit my panel, you can have your Cash App in your name. Somebody might really like what Charlie had to say, or Sislo, or my bro had to say, and want to be like, I want to donate to them. Feel free.
I mean, it's because sometimes I think certain content creators want all the money for themselves. Yeah. And I'm like, here's my thing. Every individual subscriber that watches has a feeling for who they want to donate to. And if that's their, who they want to bless, let them bless whoever they want to bless. Shoot. It ain't hurting you none. You still getting plenty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It ain't going to hurt you none. Like you got 20, 30, 40, 50 people giving you $20 a piece. You making your money. Like, don't be mad at people. Heavy Bear's right though. 10 kids that he's not proud for. Heavy Bear be over there. Heavy Bear be over there.
Who got 10 kids?
That Brandon guy.
He got one by her and then 9 more.
He got twins with the one girl.
Oh wow. Well, I can't talk too bad about him. Shit, Queen got 8. So I can't talk too bad about him.
They just be baby making over there in Texas.
Fuck that shit.
They should be having all kinds.
Before I even had one kid, I said I'm only gonna have 2, and I hope that they are both boys because I will be done. Because all I ever wanted was boys, 2 boys. That's all I have never wanted a girl in my life. I still wouldn't want no girl to this day.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to marry you.
And see, my mother used to always say, if you have a daughter, she's gonna do this. I'm worse than you. And I'm like, so yeah, I always was like, no, I don't think I want no little girl because I don't want to go to jail. Shit. I'm gonna wrap her ass around this damn.
I'm gonna say
some girls would make you like wanna, man. I'll be like, nope, somebody better come get this little heifer.
I'm kind of glad I'm a boy mom too. I get it. I done seen too many of my friends who have little girls that get grown and teenagers who give them hell. And I'm sorry, I would be the first one like you in jail. You're gonna make me go to jail today.
Girl, you know what? There's this story that one of my cousins always tell to this day. And it's about her daughter, because her daughter used to get her hell. And she still do sometimes, and her daughter now grown. But her daughter used to get her hell. And one day I was at my crib years ago. I was at my crib. My kids was little. My cousin's daughter was little. And my other homegirl was over there and she had a little son. And so my cousin came in because it was like Friday or Saturday. So we kicking and playing cards, shit like that. And she had to bring her daughter with her. And her daughter was like, I don't know, maybe 12 or something like that. And so she brought her daughter with her and she came in the door of my house, slammed my door, stomped through my house, slammed down on my couch, folded her arms together and had her lip all the way down to the floor and was looking like she was ready to kill somebody, her little girl. So my homegirl, I remember her name Shell, she said, what the fuck is wrong with that motherfucker?
I would have been that friend too.
Girl, that shit was so funny. Me and my cousin, we cracked up to this day because when she walked in that house, it was like silence. It was like she hit the door, bam, the door slammed. Everybody just facing her, and she stomped, slammed down on the couch, and she was mad as fuck. And my cousin was walking behind her like, girl, did you just slam your cousin's door? Man, so everybody is staring like, what the fuck is going on? And my homegirl, she's like real, she's like, she don't think before she speak. She real ghetto. Okay, like I don't think she like that anymore, but that was in our ghetto project days. We was hood and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And ghetto, and she was like, what the fuck is wrong with that motherfucker? Girl, everybody just burst out laughing. And her daughter was so mad. She was so mad, but she couldn't contain her anger that long either because everybody was cracking up and mocking her. And it was so funny. And so then she finally, Mom, can I go upstairs with my cousins? I'm like, girl, go on upstairs. They up there playing video games.
I'm gonna tell you this: my mom and daddy would have. If I would have done that, slamming the door.
She was gonna get in her ass. She was gonna get in her ass. I was like, not here, please. And trust me, that's one thing about our family. We would get in some butt. Okay, I remember a time when I went over her house and I took my oldest son. I had just picked him up from school, and he had did something so bad at school. I can't remember what it was, and I had to stop off at my cousin's house. I couldn't even make it all the way home. I was like, I walked up in there. It was family everywhere. I was like, give me a belt. They was like, huh? Give me a motherfucking belt. Okay, here you go. Shit. I took him back in one of them little kids' room, handled my business, and walked on out of there. Here you go. And walked out, didn't say shit, just jumped in my car and went home. Like, I couldn't even wait till I got home. That's how mad I was. I was like, I don't even remember what the fuck he did. I don't even know.
My mom and daddy, the minute I would have did that and then had my face like that, it would go, fix your face and get to your room. And I'll deal with you in a little while, especially if we had company. And I swear to God, you'd be sitting in that room. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Scared.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is with them too. Like she normally, yeah. But that night I had all kind of company. I don't want that shit. Not tonight, please. Mm-hmm. Just sit her
That's
ass.
Why she tried it though. That's why she tried it.
Oh yeah, she tried it because she had already gotten her butt. And she was mad. And she was still mad. And she was like, oh, okay, my cousin was about to go in on her again. I said, nope, just send her upstairs. Please send her upstairs. Because, I mean, I'm trying to kick it. Y'all about to bring down my high. I was kicking it. I was turned up. Already. And that's why the whole house got silent. Man, we was kicking it. And the whole house got silent. You know, you at the spade table. Just slamming down cars and all that kind of shit. Next thing you know, child comes through the door, slam the door. I mean, we were all just turned and was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But yeah, so yeah, we still to this day. My cousin be like, girl, remember that time when I came over with my daughter and your whole girl was like, it's funny now, but back then it was like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Why is she so damn bad? But yeah, so anyway, but how do we get on that subject? I forgot.
I don't even know. You know me and you though.
We were talking about
We was talking about Brandon with his 10 kids.
Oh yeah, that's how we got on the kids. I'm like, how we get? Oh yeah, because I said only I don't want no girls. That's one of the reasons because all my homegirls and my cousins who had girls, I would watch them grow up, and I would just be like, nope, I don't want no parts. Nope. I mean, I'm a girl, right? So I remember being a child and a teenager, and managing fast and going through all those stages, with the hormones and all the boys. I remember all that. But I just be looking like, nope, y'all can have that shit. I'll stick to my boys and they playing football, sports, video games. I'll stick to my boys any day.
My kid is one of the most quiet, good kids you will ever meet in your life. You sometimes have to make sure he's still alive. You have to go in there. Did you eat today? Yeah, you ate. All right. Did you shower?
Yeah.
I ate.
That's
all.
They love their video games. Yep.
If as long as you give them a video game and they in their room, the only thing you'll hear every once in a while from a boy is hollering at the TV.
Oh man, or throwing the remote control. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Nothing. I'm like, boy, you better watch that shit. But no, with my sons, when they was growing up, of course, boys will send you through stuff too. They like girls. They, things like that. But boys are so much more laid back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think boys, even if they get mad or upset with their mom because they get on punishment or something, boys just have this different relationship with their moms compared to a girl with their mom. You know what I'm saying? Because with females, it's just like how they say it can only be one woman in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have, especially if you got a man, you can't have different women living with y'all. Because have you ever stayed with a whole bunch of females?
Well, my mom lives with me now, but that's
different. No, I'm talking about like your homegirls. That shit can last like maybe a whole month before y'all just be like, round.
I ain't never did that before.
No, I did it before. I had to do it before. I had to stay with some of my friends. Well, I won't say I had to. It was actually one of my god sisters because I got like 5 god sisters, right? And one of my god sisters, I remember it was before my oldest son was born. And she was like, Tanya, and she was telling all the other people, including me, Tanya, I found this house. It got like 7 bedrooms. Man, we can move in there. And it's a 6-month lease or 6-month whatever. And because some of them was like staying with other people. I had my own shit. I had my own apartment. Okay. And they was like, but we can move in here and we can save some money. And you got the baby coming and woo, right? So I'm like, okay, let's go look at this house. And we went and looked at the house, and it was cool. It had like 3 bathrooms, about 7 beds. The house was humongous, girl. It was humongous. It wasn't like the fanciest of a house because it was built years ago. Okay, so even back then, when my baby was a baby, the house was older. But we was like, okay, I got a new baby coming on the way. First baby. All right. So I stayed with them. And I'm telling you, things went great for a while. And then after that, it was like, who did this? Who did that? I remember one time, girl, I was the only one with the furniture in the house, right? Because again, I already had my own shit, right? And of course, they had like their bedrooms and shit like that. But I had like the furniture, living room, dining room, shit like that. And one of my god sisters must have stood on my coffee table. Girl, it was glass, Charlie.
Oh my God!
But back in the day when we had everybody's into the wood, so it had like wood around it, and then the glass in the middle. And she must have stood on my coffee table to hang up a picture, and fell right through that mug.
I'd been mad.
That shit like that. Now, of course, I'm concerned because my sister, she's cut up, her legs, there's blood everywhere. But just shit like that, I'm like, it's just after you stay with people for so long, shit gonna get fucked up, shit get tore up, shit come up missing, arguments, shit like that. I remember one time somebody had got laid off or fired from their job, so everybody else was like, well, who paying their portion of the utilities? I ain't paying it. I ain't paying it. I ain't pay-. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. I said years ago I would never have roommates.
I got lucky and never had to deal with that. My roommate's my parents, so we good.
You know, the last roommate I had was my mom. Matter of fact, and my dad. And that was only because I told this story before. They had a landlord who owned like, oh my God, he probably had like 300-400 properties, right, in our city. And he lived out of town though. You know those investment companies.
Mm-hmm.
He lived out of town. He had hundreds of properties. But most of his properties was, you know, houses that they turned into apartments.
Yeah.
And they still own 1 meter or something. So instead of the landlord making everybody pay a different fee for gas or whatever, he just adds like a certain amount to your rent. And then the landlord covers the bills, go to him. You know, the gas, whatever. So, okay, so that's how it was with a lot of his properties. And so one winter is a really bad winter. And my mother knew power and shit get shut off. And not only them, but every freaking property he owned.
Ooh.
And so my dad called down there like, what's up? What's good? We pay our landlord every month. He takes care of the utilities. Why are utilities off? And they said, because your landlord ain't paid utilities and I can't even remember how long. But it was so high and all the shits was on one account. All those hundreds of properties were on one account. So my dad was like, well, can we just go down here and pay what is owed on our spot? And they said, nope, because it's on one account. And you just can't come down here as a tenant and pay on this one account because it's all on one account. If he had them all individual, which that would be dumb, right? You can't have 200-300 light bills, right? So of course, you know, as a landlord, he had them on one account. So my mother, till they could find another place, because what they ended up finding out was the man was losing all his properties. All his loans and all that shit was going like into foreclosure. He had liens on a lot of shit because for some reason he wasn't managing his money. I guess all those properties he was making money off of, he wasn't paying all his debts on those properties. So they had to find somewhere else to go. In the meantime and in between time, my mom hit me up. And man, Charlie, if you ever met my mom, you'd be like, this is not your mama. Because she is just like so opposite of me. And she was like, Pooh, you know, all shy and soft, you know, but that's just how my mom was, unless you piss her off. And she was like, me and your dad, and when I said, what? Why are you even asking? Like, you know, so they came over and only had 2 bedrooms, you know, because I got 2 boys. So I only had 2 bedrooms. So they came and they brought their whole bed. I told them, bring the whole fucking bed. I set them up in my dining room because I had living room, dining room, all that kind of. I had a nice little spot. And I set them up and covered it off and put up sheets and, you know, just make it like at least feel like they have their little area.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, every time I came home from work, the house was spotless, clothes washed. Mama, don't touch my clothes. But they was in the dirty basket. Food cooked, floors mopped. Like, that's how my mom is. She's always been like a housewife. And so I didn't have to worry about shit.
Yeah, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Like, please don't go. When they left, I said, please don't go. They said, well, we found a spot.
Like, come back.
But the only thing I couldn't do around her when they were staying there, even though I was a grown woman, was my smoking and my drinking. Because I just felt like, you know, she was really religious. She actually
wasn't wanting to disrespect them.
Yeah, she actually used to be a minister too. She has a minister's license, well, when she was, you know, alive. But I just didn't like her. You know, you shouldn't be smoking. You know, you know, that's bad for you. You know, I didn't want to hear all that shit. So a lot of times I would go to my friend's house to kick it, then come home late at night. And she'd be like, dinner's in the fridge. You know, okay. Thank you, Mom. But yeah, that was the last person that actually, and that was years ago. I ain't had a roommate since then.
I wouldn't have no regular roommate. I ain't doing it.
Nope, don't do it. If you can help it, I would get 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs before I get a roommate. I'm so dead serious.
Hey, bro, bro.
I've done that before. Mm-mm. What's up, bro?
The hell y'all doing?
Nothing. We didn't do nothing wrong. I swear.
Lord Jesus, I've been
We up
listening
here
to
just
y'all.
gossiping, bro. You know we
I
gossiping.
know you. I wouldn't do it. I hope y'all got my message earlier, girl. I had to clean my truck, girl. Your sister-in-law don't act like she don't know I'm just playing. No, she just been running and going so much.
You
My
know,
damn,
y'all, that's y'all job to clean the vehicle.
girl, you lost your damn mind. That's like me saying it's a woman's job to take the trash
No,
out and clean
no,
the house.
no. When it comes to the cars, ooh, that's one thing I used to love when I was in a relationship. I need to be in the one right now since my car need to be vacuumed. But I used to love when he used to take our cars to get them washed and cleaned and vacuum every week and fill up the tank. Ooh,
Yeah, I just got
that's
to
the only
detail out
reason
my inside. I didn't
I
have
don't
time.
even need sex.
I didn't
I
have
don't
time.
even need sex, y'all. I just need that.
Yeah, I couldn't have Black Diamond looking. She was no ma'am. She had no ma'am. She had almost 2,000 miles worth of dirt on her. No ma'am.
And you have to like, but see, the thing about it is, men they clean cars and take care of cars differently. We'll go up there. At least I know a lot of women, including me. We'll go through that drive-through.
Well, I
Me
do it
will
too.
get out there and they will hand wash. They will clean the rims. They will put
Damn
that
right.
on the windows and all that shit, and we'll just drive
Girl,
right.
I
It's
do
like
that.
brushing your teeth.
I do the whole thing. Like I be cleaning the windows, the mirrors,
Yeah, everything got to be
everything.
clean.
I
The
put the
teeth.
armor on.
I got
Yeah,
All
I
good
yeah.
stuff.
I
You
will
got
do
to
the
have
armor off
that.
after I go through the drive-through. Then I'll do the armor off.
Girl, I
Mm-hmm.
do the spray on the carpet so it smells good.
I
Mm-mm.
can't do that. When you got an
I,
SUV, do
I
you know how
scrub
short
my
I am?
rims
I can barely reach
and my
I have an
tires.
SUV. I have an SUV unless I have a ladder. I can't get all the way up there on that truck.
Really,
So
so Dad, you ain't now, girl. If you had this QX, then you would definitely need a ladder, but girl.
now when I had a car, there was a few times I would actually, get out there and get my little towel and what's that thing you put? It's like a glove. It's real furry,
Are you
and
talking
you
about
use it
the
to
waxing?
use it to whack. Yeah, all that. I done that a few times, but usually I just drive right through the thing, and then I get that armor off, make sure my tires are shining, and I will drive off.
Girl, I got a
Mm.
toothbrush to clean in those little areas that you can't get.
Oh my God, that sounds like my youngest son's father. Ooh, he used to drive me nuts, girl. He had like the little brush that you use to clean in between the vents.
Mm-hmm.
I got
It
all
does,
that.
All that.
girl.
You
I'll
got
be
to clean
like,
all that. Yeah, you got to. Matter of fact, or I'm gonna make a thing that now it's so easy now. You ain't even got to do. You just it's just like a duck. It's just like a WD-40 can. It's a vent cleaner. You spray it in your air ducts and run your AC for about
yes.
2 or 3 minutes, and I mean it clean all the cougar bugs and
My
everything.
son's dad, he treated
Yeah,
that car like it was his baby, and that's every single car he's ever had, even up to this
got
day.
the shit. Cars got feelings too.
Let me tell you something. Every time he had like a black car, he would dust it every day, sometimes
Mhm.
twice a day.
You got to.
I'm telling you, he is serious about his woods. Don't let a little piece of dust be on that black paint. I'll be
Mm.
like, come on, are you serious? I gotta wait
Yeah,
5 minutes. We gotta be somewhere. You want to dust the car right now?
hey, would you go? Would you go to? Would you go to Oprah with a? Would you go if you was going to ask Oprah for $1 million? She said she gonna give it to you as long as you show up with your best. Is you gonna show up with a scruncho and some
We
some
ain't went
house
to
shoes
see
on?
Warren Buffett, so we wasn't going to see no damn Oprah. Listen, Cicelo,
Listen, y'all just gonna
Cicelo.
have a party. Y'all just gonna have a party. Don't invite me. For real?
I told y'all we was going
I
live. I
love
I
my
told
just got
y'all
on.
I
Cicelo.
was
earlier.
And we don't be
asleep.
talking about y'all. The devil is a
I
lie.
was Terrence.
I told
Look, it
y'all
was it
earlier we
was
was going live.
And she was
it
down
was
there at the doggone
stormy your way.
NFL. I saw her down there with them 250,000 people. She down there witnessing for the Lord. I seen her.
You
Don't
heard?
let her fool
No, I
y'all.
was asleep. I was at
She was
Bedside
asleep.
Tabernacle.
Oh my
Fishing
Lord.
What
for
you
the
call it,
pillowcase
sis?
crab.
Bedside what? Bedside what?
Bedside Tabernacle on the corner
Bedside
of Comfort and
Tabernacle. All
Cozy.
right. So
Oh,
also
hold up.
so
Who we
the
got in the background? Hold up, y'all. Who we got in the background? Ow.
Was
Isaac!
was happening? Tanya was happening. Penny was
Oh
happening.
my
Oh,
God,
what's
Ted.
up,
where
Ken?
Isaac?
What's going down?
What did Isaac?
What's good? Shit, I'm
Long
out.
time, family.
What's happening? Yeah, I'm out here in Atlanta now. I've been here for like few weeks, fresh out the grease.
What? You
I'm
done
out
left
there.
New Orleans? You left
Well,
New
I
Orleans.
was in Texas. Remember, I'm from New Orleans, but I was living in San
Oh,
Antonio.
that's right.
Oh,
You was
you
in
left
San
the town?
Antonio.
You left the
Yes,
210?
Doc. I'm in the ATL. You heard me?
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. So you got
Trying to
tired
get.
of the 210 the Alamo had to go.
It's just other for opportunities. Now, San
What's
Antonio
up?
is half my life. I tell people, yeah, I'm New Orleans native, but baby, I'm half Texan now. It's literally half my life in San Antonio.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Now, what got you down to the A town though?
You said
The
opportunity.
musician network. I play the keys and stuff like that. And I have a buddy of mine who
Okay.
we've written a lot of original music and stuff like that. So we
That's
kind of
right.
do some networking with that.
Stand on it. Stand on it.
That's
That's
what's
what I'm
up.
talking.
So we gonna see you somewhere doing some things or on some
Hmm.
tracks or what's up?
Right now, I've just been doing my Facebook page. I've been revamping it and trying to get it monetized. And I was surprised. I have almost like 2,200 followers already on my Facebook. So I'm working on just posting content and
He
getting.
famous.
Definitely get that Facebook monetized because I'm telling y'all, I know Cislo's up there too. But when you see that little Facebook payment, and sometimes mine ain't all that, but still I'd be like, shit,
They
I
ain't
ain't even
gonna never
really
monetize me.
on this damn Facebook and getting a little check. So yes,
Uh-huh.
if you want to
Revolutionary.
get your Facebook monetized, go for it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I got over 5,000 subscribers and then followers. So, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm doing it big. I got to get like
Just
y'all. Well, I need to live
public.
right
You gotta make sure you're doing that public content, and that's the problem with me because a lot of my shit I don't want public. So some of
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that I do put public, but the more public shit you get, the more followers you get.
Oh, I
So
do have a
that's how
lot
you
of
do
most of
that.
my shit is public.
Yep, that's how you get all them followers by doing it public. Yep.
I'm famous.
I
I'm
post
hanging
a
with
lot. I
famous.
post constantly on Facebook. Though.
No,
I'm
Sislo
always
famous. She know everybody too. She from the D. She know
What up,
everybody.
though?
it's that's crazy, ain't it? Like all the 5,000 people. Out of 5,000 people, it might be about 500 down low personally.
Well, you know what, sis? I ain't gonna say who it was, but that one day when you hit me up and said I'm talking to who on live, I don't even know if you remember, but it was a celebrity, and you hit me to it, and we was all on the
Oh
live
yeah,
together. Girl,
yeah. And so
I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, my girl know everybody. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
this is a celebrity. This is like, I'm like,
And they kept calling me back. Remember?
I was like, whoa. And I ain't never said nothing
Yeah,
about it. You know how that's the kind of person I am. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
when I say she know everybody, shit. I was
And
like,
remember when you remember the R. Kelly thing, the manager?
You know
Remember
what?
that?
I
yes,
don't do
yeah.
my dude wrong.
I was like,
When
man, so
he
connection.
called, well, the ex manager anyway. Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
crazy. But
connections.
But Ken, for how ATL
girl,
treating you? It's all right.
Yes, indeed. I will say too, like, I have definitely enjoyed Georgia's cuisine. Like, the food has been good to me and the people. And I will say that gentrification in the Atlanta area looks different. Where everybody else, excuse me, is getting gentrified, and you see mostly spicy white and colonial white people moving and taking over everything.
I got to use that.
In the ATL, it's still mostly black people, like black American people. Like, I stay on the northwest west side, what they call Bankhead, and it's supposed to be like real project. Like, everybody say, "Oh, you over here in Bankhead?" Like, people from here, they
hmm
be like, "Oh, it's real rough." But see, baby, the way that it is now, the area that I'm at, you would never know it was the projects, but it's still more black people here in this nice neighborhoods and everything gentrified, it's still like 65% black or 70% black, really. And maybe you see a few more, white people, a few Asians, a few Hispanics. I'm happy there isn't as much spicy out here. I'd be glad to see original recipe white. So it's
Hold on,
gentrification.
I
what's
think
original? Because we got the
what
white girl, we
I
got my
can't
home
I
girl
Yeah,
can't
Charlie
we
on
got we
here
got
now.
little sis on here
So
too.
I
I want to
can't
know
She
what
talking.
what
is Charlie. Come on, this
What
my
he
white
talking
chocolate, my
about?
you
white chocolate.
can't ask her what Isaac
I'm
said, 'cause
gonna,
only
Oh,
Isaac
I know
knows.
exactly what he
well,
means.
hold on. I want to
He
say
talking
what?
about the non-ratchet bitches.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me ask Isaac. Now Isaac had met our white chocolate Charlie before. What kind of white is Charlie?
I'm trying to hold on. Let me take a look. Well, let me ask Charlotte. Charlotte, do you have a Spanish or Hispanic culture?
No.
She's original recipe white, colonial white.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
hmm
I'm the
Spicy,
from
OG
the
one.
side.
original recipe white, and we see, and
She
I'm
said
original
she
dark,
the OG.
and I'm original dark. So yes, honey.
And
So
I'm butter pecan.
so honey, so out here, they sprinkling in here, but baby, like it's like I said, gentrification out here is really off of class, not just race. In Atlanta, it's kind of based off of money and income. But I will say the people I've interacted with so far in this neighborhood, stuff like that, it has been very pleasant. It's been very cool. Like everybody has been, like, of all races, everybody I've interacted with in Atlanta, everyone has been real southern, real welcoming. But they, on a cool, I think it's because they know I'm from New Orleans and they can hear the accent, and they're more nicer. And that's what people tell me. The Atlantans and Georgians are more nicer to people that aren't from here than the people that are from here.
Well,
I
I
get
love
that.
So let
Atlanta.
me let me let me tell you something though. Stay away from Atlanta street interviews downtown.
Oh,
hmm
have you heard
Mm.
about him, Isaac? And let me say, I do love Atlanta. I was down there for a week, but this was before COVID. And I always said I wanted to get back, but I love Atlanta. And when we went through Bankhead, I know they say it's supposed to be ghetto and hood, but they have some beautiful ass houses over there in Bankhead. I was like, this is the hood?
It used to be because when I get a little Uber driver and everything, Tanya, it'd be so funny. Like people be so shocked. Like people, and then when I talk to other regular working black people, at a gig or something, and they'd be like, "You stay where? What street, baby?" And I'm like, "Well, no, it's really not like that no more." But one thing I learned, even when I am in the hood of the project, I'm not a project bitch. I'm not a gangster bitch just because I'm a hood bitch. That's two different things. I
Yeah.
can
Same.
be in the hood and not be a gangster.
It's a difference.
I've never had any problem with gangsters either because I'm in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So,
There it is.
I just, I smoke my weed, I sit in my corner,
Yep.
eat my food, and shut the fuck up and mind my business.
Sometimes
That's
people.
how I feel too. You raised in the hood, but some people think all people raised in the hood is ratchet
Mm-hmm.
and all kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm hood. I can be a
I'm
little ghetto.
ratchet.
I can be a little
The hood
ghetto, but
ain't
I'm
bad.
not ratchet. I'm not a scallywag. I'm not none of that bullshit.
Well,
But I am hood. I am hood to the
I'm
bone.
well,
scallywagging
I
and
was
ratchet.
I was born and raised in the hood, and I
The hood
still
Bruh.
live in the hood.
it's not as bad as people
Yeah.
put it down though. Like there's so much community in the hood. Like you
Uh-huh.
have like, block parties, fish fries. It's like if you know people from there and you grew up in that hood, they will look out for you.
Yep.
Like you can walk down that
Well,
street
let me
every day and
tell
ain't
you,
nobody gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying? It's a
we
different culture, but it's an amazing culture. Everybody gets along in the hood. I mean, of course, you still have, the gangbangers who don't get along because, they sets, but I'm talking about normal people.
Yeah.
We all get
That's
along.
it.
It's almost like family.
Oh, we get along. We get along with the get
We may
along.
fight
Along with
each
the get
other,
along.
but
Yeah.
better not nobody else come in here and try to fight it, so we gonna gang up on you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna even do all that. We just gonna handle that. But I know
Yeah.
I'm ratchet. I don't know what y'all.
I've been to Atlanta I think about 3 times, but
I've been in
each
Atlanta
time that
four
I
times.
went, each time I went, I stayed for like a week or so. And I had a wonderful time, man. We were walking out there. We were on the MARTA, and at night twice we were down there for the Woman Now I Lose conferences with Bishop Jakes, and then the other one I was down there for educators conference. But we were out there walking at night. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing that confused me is about 12 Peachtree Streets, and that's about it. But I went. I mean, I went to see the King Memorial,
Mhm.
the church, and all of, and that is so eerie. It's like it's beautiful, but it's eerie. You know what I'm saying? Because
Indeed.
you are right there where they are entombed and all that. And then the that fire thing that burns, and then you hearing him. The you walking down a, what do they call it? The freedom something. The little hall, the little like walkway thing, and you can hear him preaching like out. It's just so eerie feeling, but and then they have the Kunta Kinte statue out there. Then they have their church, which I didn't know. Did you guys know? Fun fact, I guess, for people that don't know. Did you guys know that his mom was the church musician, and she was actually killed in the church while she played the piano?
You
Somebody
talking
came in and shot her.
about Dr. King Martin Luther?
His mom, yes. She was assassinated. She was killed in the church. Somebody came in the church and killed her while she was playing the piano. That was interesting. I never knew that. So, but anyway, I enjoyed being there. Like I was down by the Georgia Dome, at the Georgia Dome. Just what is that CNN building or whatever that
Yeah, the
is
CNN
down
building
there?
over there by the
Trade,
Coca-Cola building. All those buildings is kind of by the same area. Yeah.
yep, the Trade Center. And
Yeah.
I mean it was gorgeous, but we stayed in the suburbs, like our hotel and stuff was in the suburbs, so we had to get up and take the MARTA every day. But it was in dang it, it's not far, but it's if you name it, I'll be able to tell you. But
Midtown
it's out.
Street.
No, it's out in the suburbs. Is it Bucket? Is it Buck?
And
No, is it
Buckhead
Buck?
is
It
like
might be Buckhead,
it's
and then there's
Buckhead,
another.
hey,
area.
There's
Craig.
another area, but they
By
have
Lennox,
like plantation, huh?
are you talking about Lennox Mall?
No, it's way out, but they have these houses built on the plantation where the plantations were.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Lexington. It's something like that though, I want to say. But it's like out past oh my god.
It'll come to you,
I'll
know.
find out and I'll let you know. But it's when I tell you it's gorgeous out there, it is so beautiful. It is I know that there's like a cheesecake factory and stuff all out there. It's just way, way out. We had to drive like 30 minutes on the freeway.
Everything
When we were driving.
it's almost damn near like that one thing when people say, "Oh, you down the street," and a bitch be like, "Oh, 20 minutes away." I be like, "I know you fucking lying. 20, 25 minutes is a quick
20
ride."
highway. Or but so we started taking the MARTA because we didn't have to worry about paying for parking and stuff.
That's what
Because you had to pay. We
Mm-hmm.
were down there during the Woman Lie or Lose conference, so it was hard to park down there. So we would just take the MARTA and get off the MARTA and walk,
Mm-hmm.
but and then we were out there at night traveling, and it's like if this is like hood, like I live in Detroit and I wouldn't walk the streets like this, but yeah, we were out there. But I don't know. But it was beautiful.
I just want to say one thing as while we on neighborhoods and hoods. Have I ever read my poem to y'all?
You know good and damn well
Probably.
you ain't read us no damn poem and you gonna sit around here and answer that. That's some nigga shit from the hood. Read it.
Dang. That's his
You know
disclaimer.
what, bro? You know what?
I didn't do it.
I have a lot of poems, and I used to write poems all the time. And I wrote a poem about the hood, and I just want y'all to hear it.
About the music.
Go ahead. I'm smoking a blunt right now.
All right, yep. Smoke
I
your
know
blunt.
that's right.
Y'all drink. Okay, don't be laughing at me now because I'm not a professional poemist. Poet. What do you call
Sensitive
it?
about your
Poet.
ish.
I'm sensitive about my shit though. Okay.
Let me mute myself. Hold on.
So anyway, and thank you, Curie. Curie said you made it right. Oh, yes, we made it through the stones, baby. But okay, so here's my little poem that I wrote about the hood long time ago. So it's called Hood, but it's going off in the hood. I've always lived here in the hood. It can be all good, and at the same time, it can be misunderstood. Yeah, on these streets, I've had my share of fights, and also heard those pigs say I have the right. I had homies die here, and I've also had loved ones bring in new life here, including me. And no, my sons don't really understand the true meaning of the hood. They hear stories about how we used to all get down and how we used to straight clown. In our family, we've had gangsters, bangsters, remainder. But overall, the hood has been good to me. It represents every part of me. I'm about to list all my hoods, from 30th and Parker to Hilltop to Pleasant View East to 22nd in Miami, 27th and Pinckney to 48th and Sprague to High Risers to 16th and Jungo to 33rd and Sailor to 34th and James to Hilltop down to Lother Block, where some of my closest friends hung out. Without a shadow of a doubt, most of us came out of the hood, and most of us are doing all good. And if anybody ever asks me what hood I'm from, I'll say I am the hood.
They know Trey Four is where it go. They ain't know. You know what I'm talking about? If they
I gotta
know
do my little
from the
snaps.
O,
I gotta do my little snaps.
what they talking about, they already know. Trey
Me,
Four, that's
me
part
and
of
my,
the 456
I
James.
that
This you said
indeed.
Got
Hilltop.
it all
Them
my
my
local
kin
blocks,
folks.
Main
To
Street,
the Deuce folks. To the Lother. Them
High
all my
Risers,
families.
Hilltop, Pleasant View.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga,
I
we used to
got
hang
family.
out.
I
me
got
and
family in all them neighborhoods.
All
And
them
I'm talking about,
hoods.
and we different
me
sets,
and my
completely
arthritic
different,
fingers over here snapping.
completely different.
Man, when I
I'm
tell
snapping
y'all,
the arthritis out my.
I went to in grade school alone, I went to 6 different schools. So I was like all over the city in every hood, literally. And that's why I got like so many friends. I know like everybody. But yeah,
She was internationally known like Freddie Tiffany.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
Tanya, did you see? Did you go to Facebook? Did you see my new transformation?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Go to Facebook right quick, or you can see my avatar. But no, you're gonna really be
Yeah, I
tripped.
see the avatar. I see the hair. It looks a little, what color is that?
Just go to my page right quick.
Okay, okay,
You'll be
okay.
tripped out.
Okay, hold on.
I would show y'all on camera, but I'm already in. I'm already declothed and shit. So
He like, fuck all that. I ain't got
Yeah, right. Keep that to yourself, boo. But listen, I can't see. I can't see it anyway because I ain't got no glasses on, and I'm
uh,
on the phone, so you good.
Don't tell no lies, Sister Evangelist. Don't be lying, Craig.
Well, I can't see. I'm on my phone, and I ain't seen my
oh
glasses in about a
oh
week or two.
no, I ain't trying to get the
Let
chance.
me
Oh,
find my glasses. Well,
Hold
I'm
up. Your
about to
name on
spit one
Facebook.
off
Your
the
name on
dome.
Facebook ain't Isaac. What's your name on Facebook again?
It's a weird ass. It's YSAK space FO.
Right. Okay. That's
It's
right. Okay.
mhm.
oh, did he? Hold on. What the hell? What in the cotton picking Joe
Oh,
Sam Brown, Jane
oh
Brown
my
little
God.
cousin?
You growing dreads?
Yeah. It's not my first. This is my second time growing them because I don't know if you go look at my pictures. Girl, I had hair railed down to my behind, all my natural hair, all type of colors.
I
This is my
love the
You
color.
see it, pretty. I designed it myself, and my partner. I'm gonna
Yes. You be
believe.
doing your own retwist, or do you have somebody else do them?
I have somebody else do the retwist, but everything that you see curly and all the colors I designed, and my partner.
Hold on. What color is your beard? What color
Mm,
is the beard? What's the name of the color?
I ask you, what do you think?
I like it, but I don't know the color. I
What
mean,
just what would you call it? What would you call it? This is a
oh, Sandy. I don't know. Maybe it's not really Sandy Brown. It's like
it's
Sandy
ginger brown.
Red. Uh,
It's like a ginger brown.
Ginger brown. I love it. I like it.
Thank
I like.
you.
And then you got little blonde tips on the head. I like it.
Heck yeah, my shit, my colored size is shade too.
Oh, look at you! You think you're cute?
I know I
Oh,
am.
You think you're cute?
oh, you think
I
you?
just said, I know I am.
I know
I
that ain't that right.
know
That's what
Stand
you're
on,
supposed to say. I
you
know I
better stand 10 toes down in that authority.
Yeah, I know I am, baby. One thing about it, two things for sure. You heard me.
Yeah, I heard me, baby.
Well, let me see. Okay, y'all. So we got 1 hour left, right?
we always got an hour left with you.
And we done already
Right.
talked about some beef sector YouTube bullshit. Me and Charlie done talk about kids and all that family shit. Um, Anything else y'all want to talk about this last hour? I know Bro has spoke about something earlier that could be a little controversial. I don't know if y'all want
That's
to chime in on that.
got to be
Did y'all
But
controversial.
talk
Bro,
about the,
I'm the one
I'm
always
sorry,
got.
go ahead.
go ahead, sis. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was just gonna talk about how Shirley Strawberry estranged husband got hit with Rico.
Oh, I heard about that. So that Sislo is going to fill us in. Also, something Bro said he wanted to talk about. Y'all can say whoever can go first or whoever you want to go first. But
He
Bro
can
has
go first.
said he said something about why do Harvey get his shit overturned and get a new trial, but Kells did.
And they straight up rejected his.
Immediately,
Straight up said he did
expedition.
that, and we ain't got no reason to believe that you need a new trial. So, do y'all got any feelings on that? Anybody?
I'm done with
I just
it.
wonder. I'm like so. I'm so
All spade is spade.
confused by that. Well, no, I'm just leaving it to wonder about the timing of it all
Exactly.
because you talking about that and the breaking this Diddy thing and the parallel.
Oh, and
Uh,
Diddy didn't pay niggas off, and they still working with him. And they, man, this is some scandalous shit going on right now. I'm trying to tell
yeah,
you.
and see, Kells don't have that money and he ain't protected.
So they took it
Show,
back.
show
They took
don't.
it back.
That secret society stuff.
They took it
So
back.
yeah, I mean, I definitely listen. When I don't know, I got to find that YouTuber, y'all. That YouTuber is a uh, uh, original recipe chicken. Shoot, I don't want to mess it up. But
Right.
you know what I'm
Original
Wait
what?
talking
a
about.
minute. Wait
I
a
said,
minute.
oh,
Recipe
You talking
chicken.
about the Colonel? The
That's
Colonel?
deep. That's deep.
I done messed up. Whatever. Anyway,
She
Let me
said
try to
the
find it.
brother,
Keep talking.
original
I'm gonna try to
recipe
find it. Sis,
chicken.
keep talking.
that's he's on YouTube.
What's his
And
name?
this young man talked about, I can't think of his man name, but y'all check the story out.
Prophet said
And this
close your
sucker
eyes
was,
when they come back to you.
he's a young guy. And I don't know if I shared it in the private chat or not. But this is a little young fella, y'all. And he's a
Oh, you come up?
YouTuber. And uh, he was a like good young guy. And it was him and his friend. And they were starting out becoming like big YouTubers and things had really started picking up. And they were doing like gaming and all kind of little stuff.
Oh, no.
And so he was talking about how he and the guy were roommates out in California somewhere and became friends and they were out together somewhere and they met this very distinguished guy. So when they met the guy gave him said, I had talked to him and he said they looked interesting and they seemed as if they had a promising career and blah 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 and he could help them to establish it. So he said, well, I'm going to invite you to a party. It's an invitation only party. So you all are welcome to come to this party, but you can't, unfortunately, you can't bring any guests or anything because it's invitation only. So They got all dutied up or whatever and got their little first. I think they said they even rented a car or something because they knew that this dude, the way he dressed and the way he spoke, that, he was extremely rich. So he said they pulled up and the place was at this secluded mansion, like, and you had to go all the way like to a top of a hill or something to get to it. So once they got into it, you go in there, your name is on the list or whatever, and you have to give up your phone. You can't turn in any phone, and then they give you a mask. So once you put the mask on, you can't take the mask at all off for the rest of the night until the end of the function when the reveal. So he was saying how everybody's mask was different, like, and it covered your face, but some of the masks would cover a portion of your face, but you can tell because some of these were a lot of A-list celebrities behind these masks, and you can tell it was them. But you couldn't call them by name. You had to call them by whatever their mask was, like Falcon, Eagle, Joker, whatever. So, he said that first of all, they had this little meet and greet thing when everybody was going around. And he said at first he was all excited because he was like, yeah, they go this one and that. I'm just going to say, this superstar. And I don't want to call no names because I don't want to do that. But anyway, so he's like, you mix and mingle, and then you got all kind of like top shelf liquors and all this other kind of stuff, the little wine and cheese or whatever. So they tell you the rules of the evening. So each hour is hour on the hour or something like that. The chime will ring and you switch over to the next room. Each room, there's a theme to it. So he was talking about how the first room would be the meet and greet, and then the next room you would it's like you get I don't know if you get a name or whatever, and that's when you go on. And then the next room would be I think he said you go in and it was time to eat. And he said when you go in um and eat, there's like all types of food, like anything you could ever imagine wanting, like anything, the best of it. He said, and that wasn't it. He was like, oh yeah, I'm fat. He going to get something. He said, but the way that these people were eating the food was like disturbing. Cause he was like, they were like just devouring it, tearing into it, and throwing it, and ripping it off, and just being like, some of them were being like dogmatic with it, and just like pigs, or just angry, or just like stuffing it in different kinds. He was like, this is weird. And then when it chimed, they stepped in another room. And at this room, excuse me, it was like everything else, anything else, all kind of drugs and everything you could ever want to experience. It was there. And the lights were like kind of dark. Then he said the next time it chimed, you go into a room and the room was like red and it's like complete silence. And when they called your name or your mask, you go into groups. Everybody was broken up in groups, and you go in by your group into the next room. This is when he said that behind that room, it's like you can hear like all types of screaming, and like his friend was in the group that went in, and he said you can tell whatever they were doing to him, he was screaming in agony. He was like yelling in like complete agony, like he was like um hollering, and like they were whatever they were doing to him or whatever was going on. And it wasn't just him. It was a lot of this. Different people screaming in agony and all this type of stuff or whatever. And oh, I tell you also that it was one room where they were going in, and like if you came with a guest, you end up switching partners. Every time the bell ring or something, you switch to a different partner. You know what I'm saying? If you don't stay with the same person, you switch up and you go. So he had lost contact with his friend because his friend was mixing and mingling. And he started feeling uncomfortable, like, I don't like this. I want to go. The guy was like, man, stop tripping. Come on, we having fun, blah, 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 blah. And he went on about his business and started having fun. So he ended up being in that first group. So this is when he said, he was like, oh, you know what? I'm scared. I don't like this. Whatever they doing in there to him, I don't want no parts of it. I'm ready to go. And so at first he said he was trying to leave, and they was telling him, you can't leave. You're in it and you got to be there. And if you leave, then one, you can't take your phone with you. And another thing is, they know it's like they gave him something to let him know we can find you. Wherever you are, we can find you. So he was like, somehow he snuck out of, I don't know if he found a way out and broke out and broke and ran. And he said when he got outside, he snuck around to like the side of the mansion where his friend was, and he was still in there like screaming in agony. But there was no way you could see in to see what was going on. But they got video cameras and stuff everywhere. So he ran and he got away, and I guess he caught like, hailed a ride or whatever and left. So he said when he got back, he hadn't seen his friend for a while. Then when he finally saw him, he was like, hey, buddy, like nothing had ever happened. He was like, you acting like nothing happened. What happened to you in there? What were they doing to you? He started like freaking out, like panicking, like he didn't want to talk about it. And once the guy kept trying to bring it up, he was uncomfortable with it. And so he just kind of like, look, I don't want to talk to you no more, man. It wasn't that big of a deal. And if it's like this, we're no longer friends and all this, that, and the other. So the next thing you know, he said he got a package at his door, and the package was like full of an envelope with pictures. And allegedly these pictures were pictures of him where he had been followed and somebody had been taking pictures of him everywhere he went. And so this boy was so scared, he dropped his social media page. He just fell off the grid and went into hiding, and he stayed there. And so he said he stayed like this for like 3 years, and he was just not coming out now to tell his story. I don't think he ever had any other contact with his friend or anything, but it turns out that it was some type of secret society, and it was some type of induction into the secret society. So what happens when you get to that stage where you get tortured or whatever, it's like you sex dungeons and all that type of thing. You get tortured and all this, that, and the other. And after you pass through that, then all of these people that are wealthy start investing into you to help bring you up financially, but there's no way out of that. And then they have all type of incriminating pictures and videos of you doing things out of the ordinary, taking part in all of this other stuff. So
Like R. Kelly. Mhm.
yeah, in case you ever try to do something, they would let you know we got the upper hand over you and we know where you and your family are. So all this and that. So when he said that, the guy was still kind of like the one that was telling the story, it was so convincing that it was like spooky almost. And the dude still seemed like he was, and he's young, he can't be more than about 25, 26. So it's like, I believe a lot of that spooky secret
Right.
society
Yeah.
stuff really does go on, and which is why they get so captivated. But one thing I tell you, the love of money is the root of all evil. That's scripture. But the truth about that, and I know y'all be like, here she go. I'm not about to do that, but I am going to say that when you get to a certain financial level, especially when you become multimillionaires and billionaires, your appetite for everything changes. Not just your appetite for food. It's not off. Not, you're a multi-billionaire. You're not too often you will come back to the hood for a bag of chitlins and a Coney Island dog, hot dog, or corn dog, or ramen. Your appetite begins to change. It's like once you have eaten and drank the finer things, those other things, Coke 45 don't taste right no more. And they don't even sell Coke 45 anywhere but in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And malt liquors, they only sell that in the hood. They don't even sell that in Beverly Hills and places like that. It only appeals to the poor people. So when you become wealthy, not only does your appetite for food and clothing and things like that change, but your sexual appetite changes also. So
Yep.
those things that the same on Monday thing that you usually do with your couple. I mean, you thought pulling out a toy or something might have been something a little kinky, but they're doing something to a whole nother level. And then it's
Bored,
like
sis. They
once
get
you
bored.
get in cap, once you get captivated into that spirit, that sexual deviancy, it takes root and it opens up the door for so much more demonic activity that it takes over your mind. And then the next thing you know, it's like a crack high. You're chasing it and chasing it and chasing it, and it gets more intense and more addictive. So
And
anyway,
they
that's my
get bored.
story.
That's another reason why they get into all those different sexual things with, especially when it comes to the really illegal sexual things, like underage. I don't want to get all into it, but they get bored and they feel like not only do they get bored and they get like nothing satisfies them anymore. Like
Right.
you were saying, like a high or like a drug or something, nothing satisfies them anymore once they get so many millions and they get so much money. It's like, okay, I got all this money, I got these clothes, I got this house, I got these cars. What next? What
It's
next? What
like
else
people,
can I do? What can I buy with my money that other people cannot have?
right? It's
And that's when
almost
you get
like
into that
you
shit.
get so wealthy.
Yeah.
Right, you start creating your own God, even like they might turn to worshiping the rock and the cup or something, and then you're like, girl, you was raised Southern Baptist. What are you doing? You ain't been praying to no cup and no rock, but
Right.
that's what happens. It's like you can buy a mentality pretty much. So that's
Yep. And
scary,
hey,
but
Dwayne,
I
how you
really do
doing?
believe.
Yep, yep,
Um,
yep,
and But you got to be wealthy to get in, and you got to be wealthy to maintain it.
yep. That's true. And I'm telling you, I used to say things like, if that's what rich people do, I don't want to be rich. I'd rather grind it out and work two, three jobs, a part-time, full-time, half-time, side hustle, because having all that money and all the millions, I mean, everybody don't change for the worse, but a lot of people do. And they feel like they're entitled. They feel like they are entitled to anything they want. And that's why a lot of these celebrities, they are back to back to back getting in trouble for certain deviant behavior. Yep, but anyway, what else was we gonna talk about? Charlie or bro, if y'all want to add something to that, we can y'all can add something to that. Otherwise, Cislo's gonna move on to her Shirley strawberry tea.
Well, she spoke for the masses. I mean, there's nothing to debate and argue about. I mean, it is what it be. Whether you believe it, whether you receive it, whether you're gonna achieve it, or whatever. It don't matter. Just deal with it. Is the truth. Whether you want to deal with it or not, the truth is art. That means it don't need no help. So whether it comes from God perspective or of teaching, evangelist, or Christian, or Islamic, Muslim, it don't matter. The truth is the truth. And it came out and he said what it is, and that's what people gonna do. And then guess what? They're gonna have to deal with it because guess what? On the strength and on the real, that's exactly what reality is on real deal. You know, we ain't even got to go there because you know we already know where we from with one of the biggest scandals ever to hit the planet Earth of the Franklin Credit Union thing in the Boys Town and the
I'm telling
president.
y'all, bro, tell them they need to read up on the Franklin Credit.
Everything our sis just spoke on actually it was a regular in the Franklin Credit scam. Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska, 33rd, over on the trades. Made that part of the zip code of the city the most poverty stricken in the inner city in the whole state. Yeah, believe
Y'all
that.
gonna have to do a live on that one day, y'all.
If y'all looking for a good true crime story, a good scandal story, a good
Oh,
where
so
we
this
talk
has
about
already
these
been.
people with all this money, like we talk about these Harvey Weinsteins, these R. Kellys, these Epsteins, these Bill Cosbys, these. I mean, if you looking for some good shit like that, that involves, unfortunately, I have to say it, young people and all the scandals. I mean, putting on airplanes, flying to other countries. Y'all ain't heard shit until y'all read on the Franklin Credit Union scandal out of our city. That shit was huge. It went all the way to the fucking White House when we talk about people who were involved.
And you know what?
I'm
And
about
it
to look it up
is.
right now.
Look it up, sis.
Right.
It's so many
I'm about
documentaries
to
and
do it
books.
right now.
Oh, believe that. No, believe that. Like a Larry King, and I think when he got out, I think he came down here to Texas. I think because his son had graduated from Oral Roberts, all that. I
Oral
mean,
Roberts University,
yeah. I mean, he like one thing he did do.
Bathroom. Keep talking. I'll be.
Yeah, he put the old lady and his son up. So while he went and did that penitentiary time, you know, he was smart about it. I mean, he just didn't go down, you know, with the showdown. It's just the fact that he wasn't the only one that was involved with all that. I mean, I'm talking about prominent newscasting folks. You know, we ain't got to say. I mean, a lot of it was those that know what they know. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to say no names. I ain't about it because I don't need nobody come back talking about. Well, you said my name, man. I know you, but I don't know you like that. And I don't think you want that static. You might want to ask, you know, and we'll take it from there. I'm trying to be loving and peaceful and all that. I'm a pawpaw, about to be a pawpaw number 4 here coming up in the middle. That stuff is with that is on the strip. Those type of real talk. I'm talking about, you know, I'm when I say some real deal stories on like what's sis talking about. This is real deal Holyfield going on. I'm talking about, you know, when cats got to be rushed to the emergencies, you know, because you know these cats want to play them games. You know what I'm talking about? They want to play them games for real.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, you
Oh,
good?
I think. Hold on. I think Dwayne in the back. Hold on, y'all.
What I do? I spelled it wrong.
Hey, boo.
Is that you, boo?
It's me, boo.
All right. What's up? What's up? You said you heard about that shit.
I have. That's why I said we can't really go into detail because they will strike these YouTube pages down. That's what I was telling you.
It's a rabbit hole, like you said in the chat. It's a rabbit hole.
That's a damn shame, and you know what I'm talking about. And that's at the end of the day. That's if you speaking on where I'm born and bred. They know what it is when my doggone wherever my carbon footprint is. That's 402 North O all day. And but that's I respect that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But they know what it is. And if
I'm
they
gonna
if they
tell
got
y'all this, bro. Let me tell you this, bro. And like what Dwayne was saying. You know, we do everything from the hood to the White House when it comes to commentary, including the B sector, right? But this one particular guy in our community, he said probably about a year and a half ago, he said, "Why the fuck in all these years ain't nobody talking about the Franklin Credit Union scandal?" He's like, "Y'all still scared?"
mm,
And
shoot.
so I had mentioned to my co-host Karma Diva back then. I said, "Karma Diva, we ain't scared. Let's do some commentary on the Franklin credit." And she was like, "Nope, I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry, but I love you and I support the channel and we can discuss all kinds of things, but I just can't do it." So there are people still scared to speak about that shit because a lot of things happen, and a lot of things happen where people is falling out of airplanes. I mean,
What?
we talking about head,
Yep.
top executives. We talking about family members. We talking about all people is coming up, murked, like all kind of shit. Like
Ron Brown, but anyway, we ain't gonna
it's
go
a
there.
lot. It's a lot.
I'm
We ain't
look
It's
gonna
a
go
this
lot.
there.
here. It's got black, white, all kind of people up here. Child
Everybody,
prostitute.
it's a whole bunch.
Sorry, I don't want to say that word.
It's
Franklin
Chocolate
covered
City.
up.
It's a mixed up Chocolate City. Trust me. Everybody's
Wow.
everybody's all nationalities involved. Don't give a damn what you want to call yourself. From the
Let me
top to
just
the
Well,
read.
bottom.
and not
Let me
one
just
of them
read
is
a
less
little
than
bit.
an hour long.
Let me just read a little bit that's on the internet. Just a little bit, not too in depth. But it says the Franklin Credit Union scandal involved allegations that credit union funds were used to finance a child sex trafficking ring. The accusations center on Lawrence E. King Jr., who ran the now defunct Franklin Credit Union in Omaha, Nebraska, and alleged that King hosted lavish parties in which minors who were abused. However, the scandal was investigated by state and federal officials and deemed false. The rumors started in the late 1988 after the failure of the Franklin Community Federal Credit Union. Now, you heard that they said it was deemed false, but a whole bunch of children from, okay, Omaha home. Well, it was. I don't want to call it for boys. Boys Town was boys and
Yeah,
girls.
they was
Boys
involved
Town
too.
was
Call a
boys.
spade a
It was
spade.
boys. It was boys and girls who lived in the boys' town, and most of them were from troubled homes, troubled teens, runaways, things like that, who stayed there. And the allegations were that they would take some of those kids and they would fly them all over the place and traffic them and whoop whoop whoop. And a lot of people believe it really, really happened, and that credit union was shut down. A lot of people
Yeah.
did go to jail. It was a lot of stuff that went on.
The
Yep.
Shin Academy, Brownell Tablet, man. Anyway, whatever.
It was really big. It was really big. And
Whatever.
I mean it
They
stretched all the way to the White House. Officials, allegations all the way. But
they ought
yeah,
to be glad I got respect
it's a good story.
cause
It's
that
really
old
deep.
coo- cause that old cooter bug is buried around the corner on campus. Boy, anyway. And he
And if
won
you do
that.
your research and look at it, it's a lot of children who are now grown that told their stories then and still sticking to their stories now.
Damn right, they gonna stand tall
Yep.
or fall. Because it's the truth. But man, you tell the truth, shame the devil.
Yeah, and I mean,
Exactly.
even Dwayne, he ain't even from here. He heard about it. That shit is a whole rabbit hole, like he
I'm
said.
trying to tell you, it's a rabbit hole.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the rabbit hole, and I'll put to you like this. The key to what if people want to really understand what it is, find out who created the rabbit hole, then you'll understand the whole moral of the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. When you just said that, I know who created the rabbit hole.
There it
Oh,
is.
Eh, We know who created the rabbit hole. Y'all all know who created the
Yeah,
rabbit
we know who created it.
hole.
Hmm. Yeah.
And leave it at that.
But there are
It-
some people here, I'm telling you, there are some people here, even Dwayne from our own city, who just never it was like swept under the like nobody ain't talked about it for years. And it
There's a
was
whole
like
lot.
worldwide. I mean, back then that was before the widespread internet. That shit was worldwide. Newspapers all over the place. Like
Well, sis,
that was huge.
can I chime in on just give me 30 seconds?
Sure.
What's so fucked up about it is a lot of the people that was involved is past ashes. They ain't even dust no more. They just bones. They I don't know what they is no more. So it's justice. How can that be served?
Yeah.
Whether they world leaders, whether they are politicians, politricians, whether they the corner store hoe or next door mega church pastor. I don't give a damn what they is. If you're involved, you're involved.
Did you say corner store hoe?
Yes, he did say Conan. You know my bro is crazy. All right, so we ain't gonna spend too much time on that shit, like Dwayne said.
Exactly.
If
But
really
anyway,
spend some time on it, I'm gonna spend some time on it, but we ain't gonna spend some time on it today. But
Shine though.
Dwayne, we got one more topic we want to discuss, Dwayne, and if you want to stay here and join us for it, you feel free. But sis
Definitely
love, we're
appreciate
gonna
the
take
love. He looking
with
out.
the last topic we're gonna discuss, and that has to deal with Shirley Strawberry and her husband, right?
A strange
I gotta
husband.
catch me on
Yeah,
that.
I don't know, Dwayne, if you follow that or not, but
No, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Thank y'all
okay.
for having me
Good
on.
looking out though, Tenpo. Good
All
looking out,
right.
All
bro.
right, love. Thank you for jumping up.
You're
Thank you,
welcome, baby.
That's
Dwayne.
real.
Have
That's
a good
real.
one, Dwayne.
You too. Y'all, I'm being in the chat.
All right, boo.
All is well for real. That's what's up. That was looking
So,
out. He must have
All
knew
right,
it,
sis.
brother.
It's a lot of background. Okay, let's
Hold
everybody mute and let Cisco have a flow.
uh, so, as everybody knows, Shirley Strawberry, the co-host, on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and the one that reads the Strawberry Letter, um, is now estranged from her husband that she became engaged to on the air when he proposed to her on the air, and then they got married in 2016, and he got arrested in 2022, I believe it was in 2022. um and initially he got arrested for um a gun charge or something like that, and then they were actually really building a case on him. Well, on top of the cases that he had for the R word, and child P, um, and theft by deception, theft by taking, um, and all this other stuff. Well, as of this week, he's been hit with a RICO charge, and the RICO charge, under that RICO charge, he has like 41, like 41 charges. I think it's like 41 charges, and not to mention the three other ones that are already outstanding, and the one that he was supposedly serving time for, which he's been in there 2 years now. Not only has he been hit with that, but he's also been charged with bigamy. Not only was he married to Shirley Strawberry, but he never divorced his wife from 30 something years ago. And then he got married in 2008 or 9 or something like that. And he never divorced that wife, the second wife. Then he got married to Shirley Strawberry in 2016, and it was after the marriage to Shirley Strawberry that they got a divorce from the second wife in 2021. So he was married to Shirley Strawberry for 5 years before he got divorced from the first wife, but he never divorced the second wife, but he never divorced the first wife. So right now he's married to still two women. Um, so he's been charged with bigamy and um with the RICO charges. And now the special prosecutor that's working on the case is going for I think it's called recidivist punishment, which basically means that because he's a what's called a career criminal, and he's been charged uh, from like since 1987, 89 or something like that, and he's been in prison for years on and off. He's known as a career criminal, so he's going to receive he the prosecutor is asking for the special prosecutor is asking for recidivist punishment, which means that he's gonna either way it go, but whatever he get charged with, he's gonna get some real big time. So of course RICO charges are federal, and he is being charged. They held that dude for 2 years and finally indicted him this week. So yeah, he gone up that famous creek without a paddle. And check this out. Shirley Strawberry filed for divorce a few days before these RICO charges hit. I think 2 days before the RICO charges hit, she filed for divorce. So hopefully she gets out of this free and clear, and for whatever reason does not become financially liable, even though in most cases she would have been able to have her marriage annulled simply because he was still married to two people before her. But I guess just for for financial and legal purposes, her legal counsel decided that it was best for her to go ahead and file for a divorce. So I really feel bad for her.
Oh yeah,
She's
definitely.
69 years old to get tied up with some mess like this. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is he has a type and a pattern.
And then Steve Harvey introduced them to, or
Yep, he introduced them, but like I said, I can introduce you to somebody, but
I
it's
know,
up
but
to
I
you to
should be
go.
like, Steve, I be cussing him out every day now. This your fault, man.
Well, that's probably why she still got that 6-figure job. She got five hundred
He
thousand
probably
dollars
feel
a year
guilty.
with
He
that three
probably giving
million
her a
dollar
raise and be in
contract.
the mud like this is for pain and suffering. But
Yeah,
Dwayne said, yeah, they go house him, and they said need to get her too.
she
Mm.
didn't do nothing. She didn't do anything. She didn't know. She got like the other women did. She
Child,
got got.
I ain't really been keeping up with it. I'm gonna tell you, sister already know. I'll be waiting for her to spill the tea.
And,
But
and you quietly tell me she's a victim. She been evicted 5 times since she been with that dude. Her
that's
credit
crazy.
was jacked up. Yeah.
I can't imagine being evicted over and over again because of something my dude is doing. Like
Huh?
When you
Nah, it's
when you
fine.
being controlled by a narcissist, I believe it. You
even
know my
at a young
story.
age though, I mean shit, I done been in the hood and the projects on Section 8 and to keep getting evicted over and over again because of some nigga. I don't know. But I'm gonna go on mute because you got some feedback, sis. Go ahead, babe.
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm muted. I'm done, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get ready to drop down. I love y'all on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I love you, Charlie. Love you.
Then she just gonna give
And
us the beat and
So,
Mama
run.
Ruth.
Bye.
Huh?
Bye.
Love you, sis.
Oh, I ain't gonna run. Okay, then I'ma just mute. I ain't gonna run.
Bruh.
She already
I ain't
right. She
gonna
already
run.
trying to run off. Look at her.
I was
Look at her.
gonna
She
go
want to
pay
come.
my. I was
She
gonna
want
pay
to get
my
everybody
water bill, but
saved and
that's
then want to
okay.
leave.
I was just gonna pay my water bill. That's all. But it's okay. I'll wait.
That's a James Brown moment. She want to get everybody happy and saved and then leave.
I
That's
got
all.
the feeling. Ow! Ooh.
I
Baby,
thought you had
baby.
to go pay your water bill while you up here howling.
Baby, baby, baby.
Lord have mercy. Dwayne said, "Look, your brother just silent." He was silent when she was discussing that, huh? Like I'm just like, I'm still stuck on the fact that he was messing with those girls while he was.
Ooh,
They were still married then, right?
which one? Oh, you talking
Yes,
about
but you gotta
strawberry?
check this out.
Okay, let me
It's
mute.
like when I got this I stream that I was supposed to do. I guess I'm gonna do it. And it was going to the name of it was Eligio Bishop versus Ernest Williams because of the comparing two narcissists because they have some ways just alike. And so get this grown woman vibes interview this young lady named I am Hazel who um went on an interview with Ernest Williams, which the ex or alleged, what you call it, the estranged ex of Shirley Strawberry. And she was talking about how when she went on the interview with him, how she had to put her phone in the freezer because he said, you know, he didn't want any data to be transmitted and all this other stuff, and how he was he was married to a high profile celebrity, so he had to check her for wires, and he made this girl strip search. He made her take off her clothes and make sure she ain't had no wire on in front of him, his son, and I think one or two other co-workers, and had her turn around and everything, and then told her that you ain't gotta put your clothes on, just we just gonna talk for a minute. You good, just sit down. Or you just so she like, I'm here like she's like, I had been a stripper before. It wasn't that I was like ashamed of my body or nothing, but I had just had a baby. I mean, she had just had twins. So she said, I had a C-section and all this is out right now. And, I'm like, okay, what is this for? He was like, well, I just got to check for why everybody had to go through this and blah, blah, blah. So he had to do it twice. And then so finally, um, he said, uh, uh, he got her in her Hummer, to tell her, he wanted to talk to her and he go, start training her because she wanted to be a barber, but she had cosmetology experience, so he was gonna train her and all this and that. So she rode with him to the DMV to get his plate for his Hummer and all this and that. She said on the way back, he was like, I need you could go back in the back or whatever and strip. She was like, okay, so what am I stripping for now? He said, cause we finna F. And she was like, what? He said, yeah, you want to be a part. You said you want to be a part of this. And in order for you to be a part of this, I have to release in you. This is what she alleged that Ernest Williams said to her. So, but when you listen to her, she was detailed about every moment, what she had on, and she's told this story other times. So if you go over there, you can hear the story for yourself. And I figured after she told that story like about 5 months ago, after she told that story, I figured that RICO charges was coming anyway, because he just had a trail of doing the same thing over and over again and using his image, his wife's image, celebrity status, and money to obtain the things he want and doing it fraudulently. Like he bought that wedding ring. I think that was $10,000-$15,000 wedding ring that he bought for Shirley Strawberry on somebody else's credit card. and that's just crazy. So yeah, I mean, him and Nature Boy got a lot of similarities, a whole lot. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Damn, Rico charges. That's like, man, that's so federal, federal, federal. Like,
Rico top dog. If you get hit with Rico, you not something ain't right. And everybody know that that old goat. What was her name? I ain't gonna even say resident. So Janet Reno. She created that old Rico. And
she said,
Rico,
"Let 'em go."
yeah, Rico is high noon hanging. That's what Rico is. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Little Ron Rico. I'm talking about yeah, high noon. I'm talking about at noon when the clock strike 12. Yeah, hit that chair from up under them old cobblestone boots. You gonna hang.
Did you
You
say he
gonna
went live? Like, didn't he go like? This just happened. So, did I hear right that he went live on somebody's channel the other day?
probably.
Infamous Sylvia.
Sylvia. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
too bad. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Man, this doggone
And
me. That's
and it
damn.
was the next day. It was like two couple days later after that he got hit with the because he was talking about I ain't been indicted yet. I ain't been indicted yet. Bam! There you go. You've been indicted.
And it's
And he
bigamy
got
and RICO charges.
yes, he got bigamy, Rico, and not to mention the charges that he has for that he already had the other three charges that he was already charged with, and they were the open cases before this. He got these charges right here. They hit him with like 40 something charges, girl, under that Rico. You can T, you got the ability to pull that report if you want to, and you will see each and every he got girl 39 something charges, and then something else in the Rico, and then the other three. It's crazy. And each one of those he's gonna be looking at no less than probably 20 years or life automatically, because of the fact that they're going to charge him for being a habitual offender, a career criminal.
She basically saying that can't nobody get a piece of that cooked goose at all. 'Cause that goose has been that
He
goose
can't be.
that goose is been exterminated. How about that? Extinct. How about that? That goose has become an extinction in level. You know how when something becomes extinct and it'll never exist ever anymore. Nothing. There's no remnants of it. It's just past tense dinosaur age shit. Yeah, that's his goose been. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sislo. We'll mute. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He can't be reformed, is what I was saying. That was it. That's what they're saying now, because he's a career criminal. He can't be reformed because he's had more than 3 times he's been charged with felony and been incarcerated for, and now I think this is his third time, or it's been more than 3. So yeah, that's just crazy though. He's 59 years old.
Man, you're supposed to be looking for retirement around that age, not going to prison.
He gonna be 80, at least 80 before he eligible to get out.
All over some what? Call a spade a spade.
Materialism and Cooterberg.
Eh, life with no pill. That's right. Hello, Dovey. What's up? All right, y'all. We done been on here almost 3 hours. We done discussed a lot of topics from the hood to the White House, including the B sector. That's how our Friday Night Lives go. We all pick a topic and we discuss it. But I hope everybody enjoyed the topics from the B sector where we started off, all the way to the end with Shirley, Strawberry's husband, Ernest, aka Nesto Williams, and his Rico charges. But you guys, let me hit mute on this. You guys, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Please make sure you like and share the video. Oh, he said Daniel was like I was just started. Man, we've been here for a minute, okay? We've been here for a minute. But we discussed the B sector for about an hour. Then we went into, other stuff like celebrities.
This damn thing all damn day. You going through tornadoes and every damn thing.
I know. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Dwayne. I was on here for 3 hours earlier covering the tornadoes in our area. And again, for those of y'all who want to say a little prayer for the people who did, it was a lot of people whose homes were literally flattened, like all through our surrounding areas. Like it was a storm we haven't seen something like that in a very, 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 very long time that hit Iowa and Nebraska today. So a lot of people don't have no homes right now and they're in hotels or whatever. So, say a little prayer for the people whose lives have been altered, has been changed because of all the tornadoes. Man, we sat and watched that shit for 3 hours and tornado after tornado after tornado was hitting down in our neck of the woods, touching ground, just wiping out shit. So that was really scary. And I was in the basement. And thank you, Sislo. Thank you, bro. Thank you, everybody that kept me company. Because y'all know I was down in that basement like, please, Lord, cover me in my house and my kids and my grandbaby. Because that was scary. That was scary. But yeah, they'll probably be discussing those tornadoes for quite some time now. But yeah, pray for all the people who don't have no homes to go to right now because of the tornadoes today. And as usual, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood.
And make sure y'all brush them crusty ass teeth.
Yo, sis, well, I heard you. I heard Charlie can sing it too. Charlie, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Thank Charlie, show.
I know that's right, girl. Go ahead and sing a song. Sing us to bless her heart. Sing a song.
Girl, you crazy.
Y'all trying to get me to sing and everybody asleep in my house.
It's okay. You know we just fucking with you, Charlie.
Hey, but you really about to start singing to everybody.
What did Sislo say?
I said, come on, original recipe.
That's still a good one. That made me laugh like hell. Original recipe.
Lord Jesus.
Bro, just say no.
I know. And my ass got to be at work at 7 in the morning, but I'm good because you know what? Late nights, early mornings. I ain't tripping. That's how you get rich. How about
I know
that?
that's right. Everybody go get their money. Everybody go get their money.
Girl, I got to get my little pennies. I'm sorry, but them pennies they got to add up because now they used to say pennies was no matter. Now pennies is pay the bills. How about that?
Who you telling? I put all my change in my little bucket.
Well, even the bucket that I got to
I
save.
go dump that shit off at the bank every time I get full. Like, give me my money.
Got to tap in with him too. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, got to go get the business.
The shit taxes. I don't know where y'all at, but the taxes then went up again over here in Nebraska.
Oh,
and
they
I'm
mad
about it. I'm so mad about it. But I get to protest in June. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I get to protest in June.
Y'all got the highest taxes in the land. 10% on 10% on a dollar on wheel tax. What kind of shit is that?
Go up like damn near $1,600.
So when I seen my childhood partner had to drop $7,000 on his tags in place, I was done.
Yeah, because here in Nebraska, it's $100 on every 1,000.
Like I said, 10% on a dollar. When that man had to drop $7,000, I'm talking about they wasn't accepting nothing, no more, no less. Get it out your bank transfer, cashier check. We don't give a damn how you get it there, boy. You're going to bring it over here.
state of Nebraska, I never buy brand new cars because your license plate is $100 on the 1,000.
I don't give a
So
damn if
if
it
you
was a
buy a
used car.
$5,000 car, your place is 500. If you buy a $10,000
That's
car, your
still
place
too
is
much.
1,000, and so on and so on and
Lord,
so on.
baby, Jesus.
And that ain't even counting the wheel
Yeah,
tax
Barbie.
and all that
Y'all
other
need to
stuff.
move to Mississippi.
Right. I'll pay $76 for this Infinity QX to get registered. You got
And
me.
that's exactly
I
like
still be riding this tricycle. I be
my
riding this
Uh-uh.
tricycle.
my family down in Memphis, they the same way. They pay one flat fee.
We
Huh.
do too.
It don't matter what year, how much, but up here in Nebraska, we got some of the highest taxes.
No,
And
y'all do
most
got the
people, I'm
highest.
telling you, Charlie, most people, even I was even one of them back in the day, they will roll year after year after year and never get placed.
Man, I'm
Because the
talking about.
shit
Cheap
is
as
Hey,
so
shit
so we
down
had the
here.
plug though. We had the plug though for the insurance.
oh well,
For
yeah,
the
we did
insurance.
talk about that last night. We did
You
have
know
a
what I'm saying?
fake insurance cards and the fake. Okay, let me not put all that out there. Okay. Anyway, anything else I want to add
Mm-mm.
before
Trying
I
to
spill too
incriminate
much?
yourself.
I want
That
to.
you know that's how that shit made. That's how somebody became a city commissioner. But anyway, that ain't none of my business.
Child.
That ain't none of my business.
Nicely, darling. It's
Anyway,
time to go.
Because he got some of them doggone me extended things too. But that ain't none of my business. Why he prosecuting the same people that he tried to put out of business? But anyway, praise.
See what happened was.
I know that's right. Say it, girl.
that's
You
right.
better
That's my
stay
Charlie.
original.
Huh.
She
Charlie, I
don't know
call
nothing.
Charlie the same name as my car is Charlie. My white chocolate.
That's child. Y'all know what it is. Later for now.
That's original recipe
Later for
white
now.
chocolate.
That's
And I
all.
love
I'm
you, and
gonna
ain't
need
nothing you can do
Cisco to
about
make
it.
her a little connection next time
I
we go
love you.
live. And Cisco, I'm listen, Cisco. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna put you on mute now, sis. You have been doing a good job going live.
Shondo.
I'm gonna have to say that. I said that in her chat the other day in her comment section. Sis Flo has been going live, and I am proud of my sis for going live and doing her commentary. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all support my sis and subscribe to her channel, and I'm gonna drop the link in. Miss Sislo Newsworth.
Yeah,
Well, now I keep
I
forgetting
don't
she
be
changed
getting
the
them
damn name.
doggone me notifications. I'm upset.
I keep forgetting she changed the name to her channel, but it's
See,
still the
look
same
at you.
link. It's still the same link. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to drop her channel, and I'm also going to drop Charlie's channel.
Okay.
Charlie, sending love. I'm gonna drop both of those channels, and if you could please support both of their channels. And
Okay.
Charlie got all kind of little things around her name. How do I find your channel on here, Charlie?
I
Right, because
got it, girl.
Send me the link in the back chat, Charlie. Send me the link in the back chat.
decorative.
Oh, that's right. You're a moderator. Go ahead, drop your link, boo. Drop your link.
I
I know.
got you.
See, she holding the keys to the pimp. To the pimp. She ain't no assistant. She is anyway.
Oh my goodness.
She didn't come from no long history bloodline of assistant pimp.
He's
She said not a now, nutter.
Not a
he
near
said
another.
not a man. You old crunchy asses. I can't stand y'all.
Not a near
Nutter.
another.
Not a
Thank
now, nutter.
you. Thank you, Dwayne. I don't know why Dwayne
I
don't
don't
have a
know.
channel. I'll be wondering why Dwayne don't.
Dwayne need
Dwayne,
one.
why you ain't never started no channel?
Hey, sometimes the shadow is the best way to,
You
hey,
know, it's funny. Back in the day, they used to
hold
think he
nothing,
was white,
control all.
and they used to say he was my 600-pound brother.
I always wonder why Dwayne ain't never started a channel, but he probably just want to be, hit panels every now and then, be in the background a little bit. He said they gonna be after me, and you already know Dwayne. And I'm gonna be
Oh,
right there for it. Like, what Dwayne got to say about this bullshit?
oh man.
Hey, I wanted to let y'all know that I started doing this midnight service.
Not
So
midnight
Uh-oh.
special like back in the cat. Not midnight
girl,
special.
midnight like midnight
She
musical,
said
but
midnight special.
a midnight service. So listen, I'll go on like sometimes if I can't sleep, like I'll come on in the middle of the night and get a word, pass the offering plate, take testimonies, pray for everybody, and then get off. But it's like it's fun though. It's
Actually,
been
that's
fun.
what's up. Okay, I thought I did see something about earlier this week. I don't know. I thought you came. I can't remember. I don't know if you took it off the notifications of the things, but I thought you was somewhere early in the morning. I'm like, ooh, this is people sleep. I think
In
you
the
were.
midnight hour. That's
No,
what
it
we
wasn't
doing.
midnight. But no,
In
she
the
was out
midnight
when the
hour.
only people, the two people out is crooks and criminals.
The only thing open that time of night? No, I'm just playing.
That too, but crooks and criminals.
And Sislo.
There it is, and cops.
And the cops.
Yeah, that's it. The cops, crooks, and criminals in Sislo.
The way
Lord,
said he never went live. Yeah, the way because technically speaking, everybody has a channel, right? If you got an account on YouTube, you got a channel. You just gotta hit that live button or that upload button. But yeah, some people they prefer to stay in the cut, stay in the background, just hit panels. And I trust me, I totally understand because sometimes the fuck shit that we see on here as a content creator, you just be getting into some shit. Sometimes you don't even try to get no shit. That people just put you in some shit. But anyway, y'all, we gonna come back later tomorrow night because I
I
saw a
know.
video where one of the B sector storylines that we was discussing with Just Krista and TC and T Velocity. It looks like TC and Just Krista they was hitting panels after they left Pieces. So I'm gonna watch those panels, and then later on tomorrow night I'm gonna come back live. And if Charlie want to join me to do a follow up, please feel free, Charlie, to join me to be do a follow up. I would definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, Cletus.
No, but I totally forgot when I sub. I think it was a long time ago.
I think it
You
was
look
back,
like Charlie Cletus.
way back. So
Yeah,
far back,
girl.
I can't remember.
Yep, it's way back because I think I know I'm sub to Dwayne because I've been the sub to Dwayne probably about I don't know 2 years because sometimes when you remember back in the day where we could click people's names and we could go right to their panel. Like sometimes you see somebody interested or hear something interesting they say or funny or whatever in a chat, and you be like, "Let me go to their channel." I think that's how I got to Dwayne's channel by clicking it when we could do it when we was in the chat. But yeah. But anyway, you guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I love you guys. How Cisco said, I love you on purpose, and ain't nothing you can do
Ain't
about it.
nobody gonna do about it.
That's right.
For
That's right.
sure, y'all. Y'all be easy, man. We gonna holler at y'all. Y'all know what it is.
All right, love you guys. By the
And y'all on
way,
purpose.
bye boo.
Bye.
And brush y'all teeth.
And wash your
I,
face. I
I love
holla.
you. I love you, original. I love you, sis. I love you, bro.
And
Peace.
thanks for joining us tonight, Charlie Boo. It's been a minute since
Uh,
you've been over here, so we appreciate you.
Love
peace.
y'all so much. Bye.
All right, I'll hit you up tomorrow and see if you want to go live with me to do a little update tomorrow evening. Just let me know.
All right, I'm gonna watch those videos.
Yes, I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, make me some coffee, and I'm on it.
Night night, Dwayne, and night night, Hood. Thank you for having
Night,
me up.
night, Dwayne. He said, "Have a great time, night loves." And your brother. Yes, yes.
Huggies.
Deuces.
Bye.
I'm out.